Welcome everybody to Florence, Alabama and Brawley Municipal Stadium, where today the Division II football champion is going to be crowned. The faithful from number 1 Grand Valley State in Michigan and number 2 Northwest Missouri State have made the trip to see this one played out on the field. Bearcats running back Xavier Oman carries the load for Northwest Missouri State, while quarterback Cullen Finnerty fuels the Lakers' high-powered offensive machine. Northwest Missouri State and Grand Valley State played for this title last year. Today, one word rings in the air: rematch. A year ago, Northwest Missouri State and Grand Valley State battled to the very last play. Down 4 points, and their last chance, the Bearcats came painfully close. 4 yards separated them from a championship. 4 yards between elation and agony. To the victor, the spoils. These two teams have been 1-2 all year long. They are both unbeaten. They have earned the right to this championship rematch. One plays for a dynasty, one plays for redemption, and they both play for a championship. Division II Championship presented on ESPN2 by Enterprise Rent-A-Car as Grand Valley State takes on Northwest Missouri State. Check the numbers. Two teams who are both 14-0. Check the other numbers, number 1 and number 2. That is the way it has been all year for these two teams. Hello, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne. Andre Ware joins me here. Todd Harris will be joining us on the field later on. What more could you ask for in a game than to have the teams that have been 1-2 all year get to meet in the championship? Let's start with number 1 in their quarterback.
Yeah, it's the quarterback Cullen Finnerty for Grand Valley State University. 50-4 as a starter over his career. He was the GLIAC Conference Player of the Year this season. He averages 16.9 yards a completion. He can move the football down the field. He had 6 touchdown passes last week against Delta State. Eric Fowler is his big-time weapon on the outside. Many teams have tried to stop Eric Fowler. He finds a way to stretch the field as well. 31 yards a catch last week. And on the ground, it's Aston Martin, a transfer from Toledo. He's gone over 1,000 yards this year. He's quick, he's fast, and he's electric on the ground.
Northwest Missouri State, ever since they lost the championship game last year to this team, has been looking for the opportunity to get it back. Well, today is their day. A quarterback who's had his first year as a starter.
Yeah, Josh Matthews is the starter at quarterback for Northwest Missouri State. Last year, he pretty much sat the whole season, didn't see a lot of time, but he's accurate, he's got a quick release, and he executes this offense very well. Led this football team back to this point in the season, and he's looking to cap it with a win today. He's got an outstanding runner, Xavier Oman. Over 4,000 yards for his career rushing, 54 touchdowns to go with it. He is the glue that holds this Northwest Missouri State offense together.
Muscle Shoals is just down the road. There's been a lot of great hits from blues to rock and roll here. This is the land of the rising sun. Son Phillips, who was born here. You want some great music? Stay right there, because these kids are going to rock and roll.
It's going to be their defensive units, respectively. They're going to have to win this championship. I'll give you 2 guys to root for. First, for the Lakers, number 11. They call him the Minister of Defense, Mike McFadden. He is the reigning Upshaw winner, and that is the best lineman in Division II. Got his diploma last week before the semifinal. He told me he is focused. He is ready to get another title. For Northwest Missouri State, look no further than number 42. That's Thomas Smith. A very rough road just getting here. He's a transfer from Northern Colorado after he tore up his knee. He did not get a medical red shirt. They had to let him go. He found a home at Northwest Missouri State, but he has had a rough time. His former teammate at Northern Colorado passed away. We'll have more on that. Plus, 2 weeks ago, his father passed away. After this game, he will go back to Colorado to spread his dad's ashes. And folks, this is going to be one heck of a game. 2 stats to keep in mind. Northwest Missouri State, they have only trailed 3 minutes and 43 seconds all year long. And for the Lakers, they are 62-0 when they score first. Gary?
These are high-powered offenses, but do not underestimate the defenses of these teams.
62-0 when they score first?
Yeah.
I think you keep them off the scoreboard.
I think that you want to do that.
That's right.
These teams are meeting for only the 3rd time in their histories, including the playoff game last year, the championship that was won by Grand Valley State, 21-17, right down to the final. final play last year. Chuck Martin, head coach, third year, off to a tremendous start, 37-3 already in his time there.
Yeah, Chuck Martin was out throwing a little pat and go before the game started. I told him, be careful, you might tear up that rotator. He said, no, it's not pretty, but it gets there.
Northwest Missouri State won. They deferred. Grand Valley State will be receiving. Tommy Freibert will be doing the kicking. It is up. It's going to be returnable. It'll be taken at the 5-yard line. Catlin's got it to the 10, 15, up over the 30 to the 32-yard line. Good return. A 27-yard return. Good field position, as he averages on returns about 23 yards. So he was about at his average. Now we get a look at the offenses and see which one of these defenses, if either, can rise to the occasion. Grand Valley State, with their quarterback Cullen Finnerty, when he puts the ball in the air, folks, he covers a lot of ground in a hurry.
Yeah, he will move the football down the field. 40 touchdown passes on the year, only 10 interceptions.
They work without a huddle. They will get signs on checks from the sideline. Working out of this shotgun, Finnerty starts with 4 receivers out and a whistle before the snap. So we're going to get a flag before we get any play here. A lot of experience in the officials working this game. They are from the North Central Conference.
On the offense, number 1, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
They got 83 years of NCAA Division II football experience in the Zebras out there. 41 NCAA Division II playoff games have been worked by the crew that you are looking at on the field today. Justin Ingalls is the referee.
Yeah, it was Terry Mitchell that moved a little early for Grand Valley State. He was the guy that got in the end zone first against Delta State last week.
First down and 15. Finnerty will be standing back near his own 21-yard line when he gets the snap. 4 receivers out. Finnerty does not like to run, wants to throw. It's incomplete. Probably should have been caught up at the 45-yard line. It would have been a first down, and Eric Fowler, his primary receiver. You're going to see a lot of Fowler, number 80, and Martin, number 2.
Yeah, it's the guy on the outside, Fowler, that you're talking about. I mean, just a big-time receiver, averaging over 21 yards a reception on the year and 21 touchdowns to go along with it.
And the work up front has been done all season, as they've done a great job of protecting their quarterback, who likes to be back in the pocket. Second down and 15. Martin is in there in the backfield now. 2 receivers near side. They turn to the sideline. Finnerty steps up to the line of scrimmage. There'll be a lot of checking of plays going on in this game as they adjust to the defense. On this second down, Martin's trying to make the turn. There is nowhere to go. He is driven out of bounds on the sideline. A swarming defense led by Thomas Smith. And they lost a yard. Here's the defense that will be challenged today. Waters is an outstanding player at that defensive end position.
Yeah, keep an eye on both ends. Ryan Waters as well as Dallas Flynn, both guys with 7 sacks apiece, and they want to pressure Cullen Finnerty with just the 4 defensive linemen.
Smith is the one who just drove him out of bounds on the sideline. Martin was unable to turn the corner. And their secondary, there'll be so many passes out there. Both Calvert and Clayton, outstanding coverage on the year. It is going to be a 3rd down and 16. They only convert 39% of their 3rd down chances during the year. Not much better in the playoffs. Looking, big rush, turns. Finnerty's got some room. Carries 30, 35, and not enough for the first down, and a big hit. He gets up to the 37, where Brandon Clayton, a walk-on, came up from the secondary, needed 16, he got 11.
Yeah, defensive coordinator Scott Boswick, this is his plan so far, coming good for Northwest Missouri State. Get some pressure with just the front 4 guys and force Cullen Finnerty to move and make plays with his legs. They feel like he's not as accurate a passer when they've got him moving around or when he's breaking the pocket and having to throw on the run.
Boy, this doesn't happen very often when Grand Valley State goes 3 and out on their offense. In to do the kicking will be Treble. He'll be standing back at his own 25. Big rush. Gets a booming kick to right. He'll take it at the 31, 40-yard line. Wright gets spun around, hit from behind, and brings it back to the 40-yard line. So a 31-yard kick. A 9-yard return, and that'll give good field position to Northwest Missouri State to start their first drive. And we'll see Josh Matthews, who had to earn the job to be the quarterback for this Northwest Missouri State team this year. He had to battle it out in camp. earned the right, and he has been their starter all season long.
Yeah, he's got good size, a nice, quick, accurate release, and has a good understanding of what they want to do offensively, and really gets people lined up, and the football comes out extremely fast.
He's been 71% in the completion department over the last 5 games, and he starts out over midfield with a completion and a first down. 48-yard line. That is Abe Quad, a sophomore receiver, for a 13-yard gain. He was supposed to be a backup, but he started. Here's the offense. Oman in that backfield is a tremendous runner, and we'll keep an eye on Peterson at tight end.
Yeah, and there's another receiver that's not there, E.J. Faulkner. He may be the fastest guy on the team. A good offensive line. They provide a nice pocket for Matthews.
Over the 40, 35, and a big carry inside the 30-yard line. Larkins on the hit. And an 18-yard gain, and there is their leading ground gainer. Oman coming out of the backfield. This defense, they've got to both play the pass and that running game.
Yeah, Mike McFadden, he's a man inside for Grand Valley State. He'll make a lot of plays. You'll hear his name a lot during this ball game.
Northwest Missouri State in a good first drive here. Matthews turns to the sideline. He's calling a check. He's got 4 receivers with Oman in the backfield. Oman on the carry, breaks away, and he'll take it down to the 22-yard line. Shy of a first down, Brandon Carr moved in and put the hit on. These linebackers are going to see a lot of that running back.
Yeah, Anthony Adams is a tremendous athlete. Double A is what they nickname him. He's the playmaker among the linebackers.
And some tackles are going to have to be made by the secondary. Brandon Carr, we've already seen in on 2.
Every guy back there will be challenged. Northwest Missouri State, they will throw it around about as much as Grand Valley State.
39 yards in 3 plays so far, bringing up this second down and 2. Oman, they fake to him, they go to the end zone. It is intercepted! Intercepted in the end zone and down by Bill Brecken, the junior cornerback, and that will end Northwest Missouri State's offensive drive. There's a huge play early.
Yeah, he had his receiver, Kendall Wright, early, but the timing of it gives Bill Brecken a chance to break. Right now, the football should be in the air and inside. It gives the corner a chance to fall back, recover, and all of a sudden, Grand Valley State, big turnover in this football game. As well, Gary, when they get those turnovers, look for them to try to make a big play going over the top.
That is the first interception Brecken has had. It is only the 7th interception thrown by Joth Matthews all season long. So mark that one down. Big play early. Grand Valley State in white. They will get the football back at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Finnerty will go under center and slot it to the near side. They'll try and run it to the strong side, and that's not going to work.
No, not against this defense. They are excellent against the run, only giving up 71 yards a game. And they played Bloomsburg last week, was a predominantly running football team. Shut them down. I mean, really couldn't run the football, and then it was just total dominance by this Northwest Missouri State defense throughout that ball game.
In the playoffs, in the 3 games Missouri State has had in the playoffs, they have given up on average 57 yards rushing.
That's amazing.
That's against the best teams. It is a 2nd down and 10. You got to believe Grand Valley State's going to have to put the football in the air, and with Colin Finnerty, who can do that, look for it to happen right now. They've got 1 in the backfield, 2 receivers set wide side, and he doesn't like the set. He wants a timeout.
Yeah, taking a lot of time and giving a bunch of different looks defensively. Actually confusing Cullen Finnerty.
These are 2 undefeated teams, both 14-0, ranked 1 and 2 in Division II in a championship matchup.
During the year of a million dreams.
They're known as the North Alabama Lions, and that is their campus in North Alabama. The beautiful fountain here today. This is their home field as this North Alabama hosts the neutral site for this championship in Division II. Keep in mind, Grand Valley State comes into this with a 27-game win streak. It has been a long time between losses for the team out there in white. Second down and 10. They use their timeout, put 3 receivers to the other side. Finnerty looking downfield on the fly, overthrows. He does not like the throw on the run.
Yeah, well, and that's what when we talked to Scott Bostwick, the defensive coordinator, that was one of the keys to the game for him defensively. Get Cullen Finnerty to move just a little bit. And right here it's a designed short roll, but with timing, it makes him hold it just a little bit longer than he wants to. The comfort level a little bit early in this football game, just not quite there for Cullen Finnerty.
And there you see Scott Bostwick, who is the defensive coach, sending out the signals there.
Hey, keep an eye on that red hat. We got a little story behind the red hat of Scott Bostwick.
Already a 3rd down and 10. They did not convert their first 3rd down chance in this game. Finnerty in the pocket, throws over the middle, and he's way off the mark at midfield. So for Cullen Finnerty, who was #1 in pass efficiency in Division II, not a good start in the air.
Yeah, and it's a rarity for Grand Valley State to go 2 possessions and not have a first down. And I'll tell you what, right now the plan defensively by Scott Bostwick is working to perfection. Get pass rush with just the front 4 guys, and you can keep some extra bodies in the secondary, and it's working right now the way it was designed.
Justin Trumbull will come on to do the kicking. First punt went 31 yards. Kendall Wright, low snap, gets the kickoff. Wright is back near midfield. That's where he will take it at the 49 and is going to lose yardage. Great coverage. All the way back to the 45-yard line. That's where your special teams make a difference. LaRon Council out of Kansas City, Missouri. It was a 31-yard punt, but they lost 4 on the return. The Division II championship game has been played for 34 years. When we come back, we'll take a look at what could be the greatest of them all, a 4-overtime classic. The Division II Championship, 99. Carson Newman, Northwest Missouri State, 4 overtimes. J.R. Hill, 7-yard TD pass. J.R. Hill, 34-yard touchdown pass. A 2-point conversion would follow. 3rd overtime. Antoine Oliver into the end zone on the run. Tony Mills, 15 yards on the reverse. 4th overtime. J.R. Hill, 13-yard pass. What a game. Northwest Missouri State won it 58-52 in 4 overtimes.
And Coach Churchman, where's the ring? You see it there. Of that 99 team's victory in the national championship.
They've got 2 championships to their credit, 98 and 99, and they've got the football here. Dumped on a screen over the middle and incomplete. Not sure where that was going. Matt Beatty looked as though he was going to be able to haul that one in on the interception and just missed it.
Yeah, trying to go to Xavier Oman in the middle of the field on a middle screen to get that set up, and you float them too high in the middle, and usually they're going the opposite direction.
Both these teams like to go in a hurry. No, they're not checking to see what time it is. Everybody's got their little play envelope on, and they're all looking down at it, and it's not working. They can't read it. You know, one thing I think's happening here, Andre, both of these offenses, when we talked with them this week, said we're going to try to adjust to the defenses because both respect the other defenses so much. There may be so much adjustments going on here that they are really out of sync on both sides of the football offensively.
I think you're absolutely right. And you look at what Northwest Missouri State has done defensively, it has just been jaw-dropping to the way they've stopped or slowed down this Grand Valley State offense. But in a rematch, it usually favors the team that lost the football game the first time because they're the ones that will go back, look at the film, make all the adjustments. If you're the winner, you're thinking, well, we're just going to do what we did the first game. And plus, there's a motivation for Northwest Missouri State having lost in this football game on the 4-yard line going in last season.
And obviously that was their last loss. Catch the NCAA Division III football championship ESPN today as 2 14-0 teams take the field there too in the Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl. Wisconsin Whitewater takes on Mount Union Purple Raiders. The 9th Stag Bowl appearance in 11 seasons for him. NCAA Division III football championship on ESPN, presented by Enterprise Rent-A-Car today at 4.
Well, there's a team that lives in the championship game as well every year, Mount Union.
2nd down and 10 in green, Northwest Missouri State. The Bearcats, they are at their own 45-yard line for this 2nd down. And they try and go up the middle, and both of these teams are finding there's not much room. That is Oman on the carry, and Jacob McGuckin, a freshman who plays safety, moved in to help put the hit on along with Matt Beattie.
Yeah, Matt Beattie, the center of that Grand Valley State defense, but a lot of white jerseys around the football and around the line of scrimmage. They walk up, they show man coverage, they back out and go to zone. Just a lot of different looks.
On the fly, downfield, that is overthrown, incomplete, and Josh Matthews going for Mike Peterson, the tight end, incomplete. These defenses early on are holding up.
I think if you're both teams, you kind of got to stay patient offensively. You're going to see here like a nice little short roll by Josh Matthews, trying to go to the corner route, and a nice job by Bill Brecken of fading back and taking away the corner route. But you got to stay patient. Now it's a deal where the defenses are playing well. Stay patient on offense and not make a big play or give the defense a big play by trying to force the football.
Kyle Johnson, a junior kicker, averaging 32 yards a punt, has come on to do the kicking for Northwest Missouri State. Mark Catlin will be standing back for Grand Valley. Catlin's back inside his own 20. That's a big booming kick at the 10-yard line. He didn't want to signal fair catch, and he just barely did. But he gave a little wave of the arm there. That's a great 46-yard punt, and there was no return. More offense or defense when we come back. Chuck Martin wears it. They love it. No score here. Let's get down to Todd Harris.
Well, Gary, Grand Valley State certainly playing for a national championship. They're also playing for their head trainer, Todd Yeager. Last year, he was diagnosed with brain cancer, and after they won the national championship last year, they presented him with a game ball. Well, he is in the fight of his life. The cancer has not gone away despite some serious treatments, and we just want to send our best out to Todd Yeager for a speedy recover and continuing fighting that good fight.
And he loves being here around this team. It is a sanctuary for him, and we certainly do wish him well. We have had 4 possessions so far in this game, a combined 48 yards by 2 of the most explosive offenses in all of college football.
Well, we talked a lot about the offense, and the defensive guys are saying, hey, what about us? You know, we're on this field too.
All right, Grand Valley State in white, they've got it. They are the #1 ranked team in Division II. Again, another checkoff, Colin Finnerty, who finished second in the voting, the awards last night for the #1 player in Division II, the Harlan Hill Award. He was second. He's going to carry, and he doesn't like to do this. He will take the ball up to about the 16-yard line. That is Terry Bilbro, who moves in and puts the hit on. He is their second leading carrier on the season, but given any kind of a choice, he does not want to carry the football.
Yeah, it's a formation in which they'll go three wide receivers to the wide side of the field, and they'll try to isolate Eric Fowler one-on-one. If they get that isolation one-on-one, they will throw the route to Eric Fowler. If not, that's when they like to roll Colin Finnerty to the wide side, coming this way on a quarterback, just a nice little sweep with a quarterback.
They got a second down and 4 down. Linebackers in the gaps. That's going to be all the way back to the 1-yard line. Wow. A missed snap. Finnerty will ultimately go back and find it. It's going to cost them 15 yards.
Well,
I'm telling you, we did this game last week where Grand Valley State annihilated Delta. This is 180 degrees the other direction right now.
Yeah, he's trying to change the play based on the look of the defense, and they're showing a lot of different looks. And Billy Einzart, the center, didn't quite catch that Cullen Finnerty was trying to change the play, thought maybe he was still in the snap count and taking a little bit long. He snapped the football. Now, Grand Valley State in a deep, deep hole on their own end of the field.
Did you look into those eyes? Those were the eyes of a guy going, what's going on here? Really?
I'll tell you what.
Really, he's going, what the heck is happening here? It's 3rd down and 18. They're out of the end zone. Finnerty getting protection. Gonna throw the bomb all the way down to the 40. Little push and shove. It is incomplete at the 45-yard line.
That's one where you almost hope as a coach that he doesn't catch it, because, you know, you're going to get better field position from the punt than you would if he does indeed intercept the football. So just go up, knock that one down, give it an effort. But you really don't want to come down with that one, because you're going to get some excellent field position. It looks like Kendall Wright will field this football at about his own 40. Had the interception occurred, it would have been back around maybe just inside the 50. So a combined as a at both quarterbacks, 1 out of 8 in this football
Now,
game.
block kicks last week, a couple of them. The rush is on, gets the kick off, but had to do it in a hurry. It'll take a bounce to the sideline and go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So Northwest Missouri State is going to have great field position after that 33-yard kick. Now, the trouble last week, and about the only problem Grand Valley State had, was this. Against Delta State, they had one blocked in the end zone for a touchdown, big rush. They came again later in the game, blocked another one that ended up being a safety. And Chuck Martin said this week, we got to work on this kicking game.
Yeah, they did. They think they have it kind of fixed up and in place, but the blocks, which were kind of uncharacteristic, are coming right up the middle of the formation, which is the fastest way to the punter. Make them come from the farthest point, which is on the outside.
This is going to be a 1st and 10. Northwest Missouri State's got it back into the flats 30 and down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. That is Kendall Wright. He is an all-conference wide receiver, 10th in the nation with 1,066 receiving yards in Division II.
Yeah, you're going to see Joe Holzclaw pull from the tackle position, and then Kendall Wright come underneath, and it's a nice little play. You see the kick out by the tight ends and the tackle there. Nice little underneath route.
It'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. They'll work with 2 men in the backfield this time. They just want the 1st down. Oman on the carry. He's probably going to get it, but this is going to depend on the marking. Keep in mind, when you watch number 2 carry the football, he's had 3 consecutive 100-yard rushing games. He averages 116 a game rushing on the season.
Well, you try to figure out this offense, and you say, well, do you run to open up the pass, or you pass to open up the run? I think they pass the football to set up the run to Xavier Oman. And they come with a lot of different formations. They'll 2 tight end you. They'll split tight ends out, 3 wide receivers, a lot of different looks, and that's kind of their MO offensively. A lot of different formations to formation you defensively into what they want you to run.
This is a 3rd down. He did not get it, less than a yard. Oman will get it this time, but that's all he's going to get, maybe a couple of yards. McGunkin moved in, the safety, only a freshman at 6'2", 215.
Yeah, Xavier Oman, the running back for Northwest Missouri State, good size, 6 foot, 215 pounds, a thick running back. Was down talking to him a little bit before the game, and he's got great size. When he gets pointed downhill, he can really punish a defense, especially on this level with that size, and he's got pretty good speed to go along with it.
1st down and 10, Northwest Missouri State. We are in a scoreless 1st quarter where the defenses have dominated 2 of the best offensive teams in the land. That's going to be incomplete at the 25. Did he hear footsteps? That is E.J. Faulkner, whom we were talking about, their fastest player on this team.
Yeah, he is a guy. They like to get him the football in space, but took a little peek right here. A little bit too early. You'll see the eyes right there looking down the field just enough to take your eyes off the football where you can't come up with a reception.
He is their 2nd leading receiver behind Kendall Wright on the season. It is a 2nd down and 10. Northwest Missouri State with the football at the 28-yard line, and a fumble on the snap. It'll be recovered at the 25 by the quarterback, Josh Matthews. And you got to wonder, 2 offenses who come in so highly touted, what a struggle for him in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, the quarterback center exchange right there, and you see Matt Nelson trying to pull to get out and in front. And sometimes the center will leave it just short on his legs. Sometimes the quarterback trying to anticipate the snap and get out a little bit early, trying to reach the running back, will go a little bit early and leave it short. Right there, just a miscommunication between the center and the quarterback.
Jeremy Davis came in to help out in recovering that fumble. It will bring up another 3rd down. They've been 61% on 3rd down conversions in their last 4 games. They've got a 3rd down here in 11, looking to pass down the sideline. Another interception at the 9. Right up to the 20-yard line and out of bounds. And Grand Valley State has intercepted Matthews for the 2nd time. Bill Breakin again hauls it in.
Yeah, just a clear case on the part of Josh Matthews of making up his mind before the snap. He knew where he was going with the football, and no matter what look he got, he was going to try to force it. He had Raphael Robinson wide open in a curl route. It's a little wheel route behind it, and he's trying to go over the top to E.J. Faulkner, but it's not there. It's the curl route, and he had Robinson for the 1st down. That one was clearly forced.
Wow. So a couple of interceptions. Northwest Missouri State stopped at the 21 and the 24-yard lines, and the 2 carries on interceptions, turning it over. That is taken over the 30. First down, out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Antoine Trent, who had 2 TD receptions against Delta State last week.
Yeah, first team all-conference performer, and you're going to see a nice little timing route. You'll see him at the top right here. Stick that foot in the ground and plant and pivot outside. It drives off the cornerback just enough to get enough space to operate. And now, Finnerty, if you give him enough shots at it, he'll find his rhythm in this football game.
He is a tremendous passer, 9th all-time in Division II with 10,680 yards and 109 TD passing. Out of bounds and a big mess up over here, and a flag is going to be thrown.
Yeah, it's going to be on Quentin Womack, the senior cornerback out of San Diego, California.
He got all over Antoine Trent.
Yeah, they got tangled up along that sideline. It was pretty good coverage, and then the ball's thrown, and once the ball's in the air, you can't bump, and you get 5 yards down the field. You got to get those hands off of him as well.
And we ought to talk about that, Andre, because for Northwest Missouri State,
defense, number 1. It's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. Automatic first down.
To stop Grand Valley, one of the things they want to do is meet these receivers at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they wanted to be physical up front. That's the thing they felt like no one did to Eric Fowler as well as Antoine Trent. Is that, you know, everybody fears the speed so much they back off and try to keep them in front of them. We want to be physical, attack them at the line of scrimmage, get some hands on them, make them fight, and disrupt some timing and give our defensive line as well time to get to the quarterback.
And that will force Finnerty to have to move those feet, which he doesn't like to do when he's passing. He'd rather be in that pocket. Martin on the handoff. Boys, he found nothing.
Boy, tough to run against this football team. And the glue on defensively for Northwestern Missouri State, Ben Harness, the outside linebacker. He makes all the calls, lines up everybody, gets them all in place, and then they just go play football. A gap control defense. When they're playing those gaps, they're as good as anybody on this level.
Martin has now carried 3 times for -2 yards. This is a guy who's rushed for 1,076 yards and 8 touchdowns, averages 77 yards a rush, but not against this Northwest Missouri State team. A second down and 11. Second and 11 with the ball at the 46-yard line. They fake up the middle. Martin, the short man, open. Finnerty doesn't want to go there. Near side, 40-yard line, and a big gain and a first down. Looking for the tight ends cutting out. Sean Stevens, who is generally a guard and wears 68, starts as a receiver tight end and wears 88.
Yeah, this is just experience and leadership right here from the quarterback position. Finnerty never took his eyes off down the field and was flushed out of the pocket, but he somehow finds Sean Stevens sitting down along the sideline.
That is a big gain of 19, the deepest thrust that has been made by Grand Valley State into Northwest Missouri State territory. Everybody moving before the snap. We'll see. It was over there on that far side of the field. The officials will talk this one over and make a decision on who moved first. We're talking about an offense for Grand Valley that averages 37 points a game, and for Northwest Missouri State averages 35.
Offsides. Defense, number 98. 98 is in the neutral zone. At this time, 58 reacts. Offsides. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Now, this is what I like to call a free down, because you got first down and 5, and it's time to maybe go down the field with the football. You're going to watch how they're going to formation Northwest Missouri State, and the inside receiver, Terry Mitchell, is going to have that corner route and a smash route underneath. Based on coverage, there's nobody lined up over him, and a lot of room to throw the football out to the left side of the field.
Grand Valley's first time into Northwest Missouri State territory. They've got this first down and only 5 to go, so that's why Andre's saying you got a free one here. Out of that gun, he's looking over the middle. Man open, incomplete, and almost intercepted inside the 10-yard line. Eric Fowler, his favorite receiver, and Womack and Fowler are meeting up out there, and it was Womack who almost intercepted.
Yeah, Eric Fowler can't seem to get a handle on things. Nice little timed post route, 7 steps, and then the ball's in the air. You turn, and it's there. Just got to locate it and come down with the football. Get your hands on it. Got to catch it.
And Womack coming on to play in their nickel's going to play a lot today. There he is. He's a senior. 6'1", 195-pounder. He's got good speed. Finnerty's gone 2 for 7 and 34 yards. Now it is a 2nd down and 5. Cullen Finnerty, their senior quarterback, his final game at Grand Valley State, hoping to take their 2nd championship in as many years. He'll carry, and he'll take it down to the 22-yard line, and he's got himself a first, but there's a flag on the near side, probably a hold.
And when it's thrown in the middle of the formation like that early, it's usually a hold on the offense.
That's exactly what it is. Grand Valley State has had its problems with penalties on the year. They've been assessed 700 penalty yards on 90 calls.
Number 51 in the offense, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
You know, and along that same line, when you look at this Northwest Missouri State football team, they were plus 14 in turnover margin already in this football game, 2 interceptions. So you go back to the year 2000, and they're plus 50 in turnover margin. That'll keep you in a lot of games as well. It will win you a lot of football games.
Just have not been able for Grand Valley State to find those seams with their receivers that Cullen Finnerty likes to go to so far in this game. He had his best football game of the year against Delta State last week.
Unbelievable. 6 touchdowns.
30.
Yeah, 6 touchdown passes.
He had 365 yards against Delta State in the air. A 2nd down now and 15 with that ball moved back to the 42. Martin on the carry, trying to turn that corner where he gets dangerous. Gets away from one tackler and out of bounds at the 30. He'll be shy of the 1st down. But Martin, that's what he likes to do. Get that corner turned, and he gets 12.
Yeah, Tyler Martin had an opportunity, a chance to close from inside out, but he was unable to get Ashton Martin on the ground. Now you're operating at 3rd down and short as opposed to 3rd and medium to long. And this is where Grand Valley State, they're comfortable right here. This is what you work for offensively. You were ahead in the down and distance marker if you're Northwestern Missouri State when you had them in 2nd and long.
Martin averaging 6.5 yards a carry over the last 2 games. Now it is a 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3. 3rd down conversions 0 for 3 so far. Quarterback gonna get very close to it. Cullen Finnerty on the keep. We're seeing him run the football more today than we have most of the season. Thomas Smith, their leading tackler, put the hit on.
Yeah, he doesn't mind contact. I mean, he's run for 465 yards on the season, but he'll turn, give it back, block backside on a defensive end, and he's not trying to chop him down. He'll stand there and go toe-to-toe with him and fight it. But there's no doubt Chuck Martin's going to go for it right here.
He did not get the 1st down. They are 12 out of 18 in 4th down conversions on the year. They have got a 4th and 1 deep in Northwest Missouri State territory. They'll go to the gun. They will keep Martin in the backfield, number 2, and they want to pass him a fly. 1st down, going to go straight upfield with it and out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And there's Eric Fowler, who is a little All-American and obviously an All-Conference as well in the 12-yard game.
A lot of teams, the bread and butter would be line up, go to power set in the short yardage and pound it in there, go quarterback sneak. But you're going to see Eric Fowler push outside, drive the cornerback off, and just kind of curl back on the outside right here and watch the timing of the play. That's what makes it. Nice timing. As soon as he turns around, the football's in the air, you catch it, you got the 1st down.
That is his 1st catch of the game, and that's a bit surprising as we're in the final minute of this 1st quarter. It'll be a 1st down and 10. Ball marked at the 16-yard line. Martin again finds some room. Will take the hit after a gain of maybe 3 yards with Erspama moving over, the junior middle linebacker. Martin is quick, and he likes to counter.
How about this? How about the confidence of Chuck Martin in the passing game? Cullen Finnerty as well as Eric Fowler. We talked about the bread and butter, but this is 4th down and 1. And it's outside. You're going to throw the football on the run. That's a lot of confidence from a head coach, quarterback, and a receiver.
Are we really going to have a 1st quarter without a point on the board? Because I think we're going to get the gun here before they get this play off. Well, we said it at the top. We spent all week and most of today talking about the offenses. In this 1st quarter, it has been all about the defenses. These 2 high-powered offenses in this Division II championship game have been held to a grand total of 113 total yards. Can you say D? No score. 2nd quarter coming up.
both teams, and you see the opponents here. But I'll tell you, it's been all for naught so far in this football game.
Defensive guys are out there going, you want to talk about it?
This is our game.
Yeah,
you win championships with defense. That's what they tell you. And in the championship game, the defenses are showing up.
It is a 2nd down and a 7. The Grand Valley State, the last 23 times in the red zone, they've had 22 TDs. They are in the red zone now. The pump, the look into the end zone, an alley-oop bump, and there'll be no flag. That ball couldn't have been caught anyway as it ends up out of the end zone. And it's going to bring up another 3rd down.
Well, he wanted to go to Antoine Trent and had to double clutch the football because all of a sudden it was Ben Harness who flashed in front of him, and it was getting ready to be an interception for Cullen Finnerty, and he kind of regathered himself and threw this one out of the back of the end zone. But boy, had he gone in there to Antoine Trent originally, he may have been looking at Northwest flying down the field the other direction.
We've had one 3rd down conversion, none for Grand Valley. 0 for 4. Caught in the pocket again, throws it way away from anybody as he got hit. Finnerty got hit as he let the football go. What a tough day this has been for this great quarterback as he's 3 for 10 to start the football game.
Yeah, they try to short roll him again, and it's Ben Harness, the player we're going to talk about an awful lot defensively for Northwest Missouri State, makes him pull up and get the football out early. He is lucky he didn't take a sack there because Harness was coming full speed around the edge.
A 30-yard field goal attempt. Todd Carter's 8 out of 9 when it's under 40 yards. 9 for 12 overall. The kick is up, and it is good. On these two teams, the kickers don't get a lot of mention because so many points are rolled up in blowouts. Well, they may get some mention in this game because the first score here is a field goal. Grand Valley State gets the lead, and you can see Chuck Martin, their head coach over there, talking to his offensive folks. They are 62-0 when they score first, going back to 2000.
Yeah, but it's a small win for Northwest Missouri State, just giving up that field goal. The last 23 trips that Grand Valley State had into the red zone, they've scored 22 touchdowns. They are 89% in the red zone on the season. So you look at it, keep them from scoring touchdowns, you got a chance to get yourself back in the game pretty quick.
See if these offenses can open up now. The kick will be back into the end zone and through the end zone. So they'll bring it out to the 20 for the 1st and 10. No run back there. So the field goal was set up on an 11-play drive that went 67 yards. And then the 3-pointer put up. And that right now is the only thing we've got on the board. Josh Matthews in the first quarter at quarterback was 2 out of 7, but he had 2 interceptions and only had 22 yards in the air. Matthews, 6'3", 205-pound junior. He is 16-2 as a starter and 4-1 in playoff games that he's appeared in for Northwest Missouri State. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line. The Bearcats in green. In the pocket. Slingshot pass that is caught on the deflection to the 29-yard line.
Oh, the old tip drill.
Right.
The old tip drill. When you're standing around, the ball gets tipped up, you go up, get it at its highest point. Kendall Wright, right here, the recipient. You're going to see him trying to work inside to Abe Quad, and it gets tipped. And all of a sudden, Kendall Wright right there. Nice concentration by that young man.
Jacob McGuckin almost for Grand Valley. Had the interception. 2nd down and 1. 2nd and short yardage here. Again, Matthews maybe calling the check here. They want that 1st down, and I don't think they're going to get it. That is Derek Jones leading the charge, and Oman has probably never had a rougher first half of a football game at Northwest Missouri State than he's having here trying to run the football.
Well, a good percentage of the time when they go under the center, they're going to run the football or go play action, and you're going to see the left tackle right here, right tackle going to pull down, the old counter move where you take a step and come downhill with the football. Right here, you see the pull by Joe Holtzclaw, just enough to get the first down.
Give him the first down, 1st and 10. Go to the air, little look in the flats. It is caught, and not much room after. Taken down at the 34-yard line. Abe Quad, 19 receptions for him. Averages 21 yards per game. He's had 3 TD receptions.
Watch old sneaky Josh Matthews throwing a lot of short passes, quick passes, lowering this Grand Valley State defense up closer and closer. And that's when you start to throw those double move patterns. Hitch and go, stop and go, slap and go.
Somehow to gain some yardage and get it going. It brings up a 2nd down and 5. For Northwest Missouri State. They bring the man in motion. That's right to the near side. Look over the middle. Caught, 1st down. And we'll take it up to the 45-yard line. That's Mike Peterson. A big tight end at 245, 6'3". Gets his 36th catch of the year. Beatty on the tackle.
What a good job by Mike Peterson showing the numbers to his quarterback. But you see here, entering today's game, Northwest Missouri State has only trailed 3 minutes, 43 seconds the entire season coming into this ball game. So that is outstanding.
That may get eclipsed on this drive.
Let's see how they react being down 3-0 to Grand Valley.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game. These two powerhouses meet. The handoff is straight ahead, and a spin move is going to take it over midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Buster Larkins finally moved in and put the hit on Oman, who found some room for a 10-yard gain.
Let me tell you something. This is a guy, Xavier Oman, I feel like can play on the next level. He's got the size, 6 feet. He's got the weight, 215 pounds. He's got speed and quickness, and he runs tough. And a lot of guys, you say, well, where's losing his mind up there in the booth? No, this is a football player right here. He catches the ball well. He's going to have a chance to move on and make somebody's team on the next level.
7 carries, 38 yards for Oman today. And their coach told us yesterday, we've got to get him the football. Big rush into the flats. It is caught, not enough for a 1st down. It will be a 9-yard gain for Kendall Wright on the sideline route. Let's get out to Todd Harris. Todd.
Well, Gary, you and Andre talking about just how tough Xavier Oman is. Playing football has been therapy for the Bearcats' leading rusher. He lost his brother Demetrius in a car accident back in 1994. The grief was too much for his other brother, Effion, who committed suicide in 2000. With all this weight on him, he wanted to do something to honor his brothers. Afraid of needles, he did not want to go the tattoo route, so the former number 33, now wearing number 2 for his 2 lost brothers, and he's got another big run.
He will take that one down to the 26-yard line before he's brought down. That'll be enough for a 1st down, a gain of 10.
And you talk about tough. He started this season a couple of games in. He broke his ribs and is able to bounce back from that. And he's 100% healthy now. You see him when he gets going downhill. Look at the shiftiness in the hole, making guys miss, and then there carrying, dragging guys defensively. Tough inside runner.
He's had only a couple of fumbles in over 800 rushing attempts. He just does not give up the football. There's what he's done on the season with 21 touchdowns, and he's finally picked it up here now as Northwest Missouri State's got a good drive going. They hand it near side on the option pass. Man open at the goal line. It is caught. Touchdown! Great play by Raphael Robinson. Robinson on the reception for 26 yards from Kendall Wright.
He just basically climbed the ladder and took the football away from Ben Braken, the defensive back to that side. As well, they had safety help over the top. And Robinson, 6'2", 205. You're going to see it here. The handoff, and then the nice little pass right here. Buy yourself some time, allow the receiver to get down the field. Maybe a little bit too much air under the football based on coverage, but I'm going to climb the ladder and make a play, and that's what Raphael Robinson does right there, Gary.
Wright was 0 for 1 in the passing department before that one, which goes for the touchdown. Point after kick is up by Tommy Freebert. It is good. So they trail for only 3:43 all year coming in.
They didn't trail long, did they?
They did not trail long. Northwest Missouri State, 80 yards, 8 plays, and they get the touchdown pass on the option to take the lead, 7-3.
Sadly, many deserve it.
Great to have you with us here on this beautiful day in Florence. There's the drive. Took 3:26. That's all Northwest Missouri State trailed here for the moment in this game. 21st consecutive time this Division II championship is being held here in Florence. It is the 34th Division II championship game ever. And the number 1 and 2 teams going at it. Both of these clubs come in 14-0. They have been number 1 and 2 all year. Division II, Grand Valley State 1, Northwest Missouri State 2.
That's good, man. 8 plays, 80 yards, 10 yards a pop.
That's a great drive. This one is going to be handled back at the 7-yard line. Blake Smolin Gets away and gets it up to the 30-yard line. Nice return on that kick. That's a 22-yard return. The average is 21. Troy Matthews out of Omaha put the tackle on.
No, now it's back squarely on the shoulders of Cullen Finnerty. What do? You got to go answer some points. You were up 3-0, little lead for not very long, and now you find yourself trailing in this football game. You got to go out and keep your guys motivated. A lot of time left. Take your time. Don't try to force anything. Just move the football down the field with positive plays.
Only one reception each for those two primary receivers of Cullen Finnerty, and he'll spread the ball around. They have 7 or 8 guys who receive the football in the flats at the 40-yard line. That one's going to be incomplete. Maybe catchable. Antoine Trent had to go up to get it, and he had Brandon Clayton, who's had a very fine first half on the defensive side of the football for Northwest Missouri State. There is Clayton. He's a walk-on cornerback who's been involved in about 3 tackles and a couple of breakups. And an injury down on the field. Joe Wolscheid, their right guard, the junior, is being attended to. These guys, especially if they are seniors, he is not, he's a junior, but you don't want to come out of any game, but a championship game, you've got to have something like that happen in order to come out of the football game.
Yeah, and it's going to be Sean Stevens. You talked about him. He wears 68, and they put him in 88, and he goes to tight end. But he's a guy, he's played 4 positions along that offensive line with the exception of center, but he's a team's long snapper. So he does it all. Tight end, guard, tackle, long snap. I can do everything to snap the football to the quarterback.
He's going to continue to wear 88 here as he comes into the football game. He's looking over to the sideline, I think, trying to figure out exactly where they want him to play. And I have tight end still. He is lining up that way. So there's 88. They'll just use a couple of tight ends as they replace that right guard. On a 2nd down and 10. Again, getting him to roll near side. Looking up the middle, nowhere to go. Gets away to the 30, 35, and is taken down at the 37-yard line. And a good play by Diaz Calvert, because if he doesn't make that tackle, he's gone.
Yeah, he's blocked 5 kicks this season, so they love him on special teams, but you see the speed right there, the closing speed to get to Cullen Finnerty before he's able to pick up the first down and force this 3rd down situation for Grand Valley State.
And Finnerty now has 4 rushes for 26 yards. It brings up yet another 3rd down situation. They are 0 for 5 in this game in 3rd down conversion. Finnerty rolling near side. He'll get a first down here at midfield and a little bit more as he takes it down to the 48-yard line. Eric Fowler.
I kind of felt like early in this football game, both teams showing a little bit too much respect for one another. Well, guess what? On 3rd down, you see the cushion right there. If you're Brandon Clayton, too much respect for Eric Fowler, especially on 3rd down. Come up, get physical, play him a little bit, make him beat you with a route, as opposed to just giving up the first down yardage with a cushion off the pre-snap.
Northwest Missouri State now with a player down. Brandon Clayton, I believe, who is in there on the coverage, is being attended to after that reception by Eric Fowler was good for 16 yards and a first down.
Yeah, we talked about him a little bit. A former walk-on. He dislocated his kneecap his senior year in high school. No one really recruited him. And then he tore up the other knee last season and has come back to start again. So he's a guy with great resiliency, will fight back through injuries. And right now we just hope he's okay and he can get himself up and back in this football game.
And while they attend, we'll remind you can catch the NCAA Division III football championship today live on ESPN HD. The national championship game, Mount Union and Wisconsin Whitewater, 4 o'clock Eastern. A preview NCAA. You can get it by going online to ncaasports.com. NCAAsports.com is the official online home for all 88 NCAA championships.
That's always a good sight. When you see him get up, he's able to walk himself off the field. Hopefully he'll be back.
He has had a tremendous first half, and they will miss him. They do not. Northwest Missouri State does not have a lot of depth as far as their secondary is concerned. Womack is the one who'll be out playing a lot, but he's already playing a lot because they're playing a lot of nickel D early in the game.
Well, we talked to Coach Scott Bostwick. He said, you know, Womack's, he's probably the happiest guy on the football team. I said, why is that? He said, warm weather. It's going to be close to 70 degrees. He hates the cold. I said, well, guess what, Coach? So do I.
We're going to get Curtis LaFleur coming on to play out of Omaha. The cornerback position now in the replacement. It is a first down and a 10. Looking, he was bootlegging that one. He's got to cut back near side, midfield, scrambling, and he will be tackled and taken down at the 47-yard line by Thomas Smith again. Boy, you can see why Smith, number 42, had 82 team-leading tackles, 57 solo.
Boy, excellent play fake here. Watch it. See him hide the football on the hip, but an excellent coverage down the field by Northwest Missouri State. They try to run a wheel route and disguise it with play action, and they were on top of it. No one opened down the field, which forces Cullen Finnerty to pull the ball down and run it, and they rally up after he makes some guys miss for a short gain.
This defense of Northwest Missouri State, they have 11 times this year held opponents to 300 total yards or less. Finnerty has had to run the football. That's what he wants to do. Complete it up to the 30 and inside it. Out of bounds for the first down, Eric Fowler. And we're getting to see their little All-American wide receiver. That's 19 yards.
Boy, Dias Calvert, another big cushion. Look at all of this room right here. Just too much room. And then he's going to take the back pedal to go along with it. All I got to do as a receiver, push you off the football and threaten you deep. You're going to get into your back pedal. Now, I'm going to just check up, catch the football for a first down.
And where are they throwing it? Right where Brandon Clayton had been playing. They're going right at the substitute in the cornerback. LaFleur is the man in there in that cornerback position. It is a first down and 10. Fowler 3 receptions, 47 yards. Cullen Finnerty with his team trailing 7-3, looking down the sideline, right back at him. That's going to be incomplete, even though he had a man open. Let's check in with Todd Harris.
Well, the report on Joe Wolscheid, not good. It's a sprained left knee right now. They are taking him into the locker room, actually, from therapy. Asked the doctor, can he go again? He said, you know what, we're going to see, but right now, he's not going to be back in the game for a while. Gary.
All right, Todd, that is their right guard. So they'll have to make adjustments inside, and probably Sean Stevens, that tight end interior lineman, plays both, will get more action. A second down and 10.
And it's actually Drew Burton is back. Can't come in right now at that position, but don't be surprised to see Sean Stevens there.
He is a senior. Burton is, who comes in to try and protect. Rushes on from the corners. Again, a lot of room. He'll take that down to the 20-yard line. Turns it back to the 15, and great run. He will be downed after a 14-yard gain at the 14-yard line, and Cullen Finnerty is getting a workout with his legs.
Well, you know what? And he's gaining the respect of that offensive line as well. When they see you make plays like this, and not just stepping up, but watch the play at the end of this. He's willing to sacrifice his body in order to pick up that first down. Boy, the offensive linemen, they were going to rush over, pick you up, help you get back to the huddle, and take care of the guy. That earns the respect of your football team, as well as the defensive unit, because they're sitting there watching him put his body on the line for his team as well.
41 yards on 6 carries on the ground for Cullen Finnerty. As we are in the second quarter, Division II championship game, a 7-3 edge. North Alabama, neutral field for Grand Valley State and Northwest Missouri State.
My Zodiac sign, if you believe in all that.
All right, driving here is Grand Valley State. Trying to get the lead back. They got the field goal, then gave up the touchdown to Northwest Missouri State. Shuffling players in and out of the defensive lineup here.
I think Terrell Bilbro checking himself back in.
They just had a timeout, and they're still going to call a check. Cullen Finnerty going up and down the line. He's got 5 receivers available here. Finnerty at his own 25 calls his own number, and he's got room to the 10-yard line. Finnerty will take it down to the 7. And Thomas Smith's on the hit, but Finnerty now has become not only their quarterback, but their leading ground gainer.
Yeah, this is a play they like to do. They go 3 to one side, and you have all the receivers on this side, and you've got one-on-one on the backside with Eric Fowler. If they leak a safety or any help to the backside, then they will go ahead and run the sweep with Cullen Finnerty. Now, if you take it and you find that one-on-one matchup, he's got the option to check to a pass and go to Eric Fowler in that one-on-one situation.
Cullen Finnerty, you see the numbers. It is a 2nd down and 4. Grand Valley State threatening to get their first touchdown here in the 2nd quarter with 7:43 running. Finnerty, 2 receivers to the nears, 3 now to the near side. Again calls his own number. Again will carry, and Finnerty is down at about the 2-yard line. So Cullen Finnerty, right, left, give me the ball.
Yeah, Miles Burnside just grabs a hold of the redshirt freshman and holds on for dear life. And Finnerty's trying to drag and scratch for every ounce or every yard he can get. But you see him here, just a quarterback sweep. This is a design call to just get him outside the tackle box and up the field. And right there, coming up and stopping him short. Northwest Missouri State.
Finnerty has 7 touchdowns on the ground. He averages only 33 yards a game running, generally running only where necessary. Here, he's running because it's what they need. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. 2 receivers set, look to the corner, want the alley-oop. It is incomplete. Had a chance on the interception. That is Calvert again on the coverage, and Finnerty got hit again. Antoine Trent, the intended.
Well, watch the shot that Cullen Finnerty takes. He holds the ball as long as he can. Boy, look at the shot right there. That is toughness. And he just pops himself up. But trying to go to Antoine Trent on the outside, and a good job by Diaz Calvert in coverage. Don't knock that one down, son. Pick that one off and take it back to the house.
All right. This is going to be a 2nd down and goal, the 11th play of this drive. Finnerty taking a look to the sideline. Linebackers jogging in and out of those holes for Northwest Missouri State. Finnerty, quick lob, end zone, touchdown! And they get their first TD. Eric Fowler on the reception, his 22nd touchdown of the year.
I want to know something. How does a guy like Eric Fowler end up uncovered? The play before, they were late getting out there. But look at this. This is their top receiver in the country. This is the protection or the coverage, and nobody's there. You don't press him. You don't have anybody over the top. Get somebody over him. If I'm the quarterback, first thing you're looking for is the uncovered guy down in the red zone or inside the 5, and they give it to you. See the coach is there. Where were you?
Just missed the coverage on that one. No question about it. 70 yards on 11 plays. Finnerty led that drive with 33 yards running and 37 yards passing. So that's all 70 yards. Total yardage. Your quarterback's involved in all of it. The kick is up, and it is good. So they are on the board with the TD. Todd Carter coming on for the extra point. This is Cullen Finnerty launching yet another one, as he's done through his great 4-year career as a starter. Have a point on the board in the 1st quarter. Now the offenses are starting to get rolling, and Eric Fowler, their leading receiver, his 22nd touchdown catch of the year.
Yeah, we talked to Scott Boston, and he says, well, we got to get ourselves lined up properly and in place. We want to show a lot of different looks, but last year we got in trouble because we weren't lined up properly. Well, certainly there when Chris LaFleur checks himself into the football game, he's not lined up properly, and he leaves the best receiver on this Grand Valley State football team wide open and uncovered, and it's not going to take Cullen Finnerty long to identify and get him the football.
As soon as Brandon Clayton, the starter at that cornerback position, left the game, Cullen Finnerty immediately started going to LaFleur's side as the substitute on that series. So the ball now, Northwest Missouri State's going to get it back. They'll take that in the end zone, and Kendall Wright decides, they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line to start their offense. Let's take a look at the Home Depot coaching adjustments.
He's talking to Chris LaFleur about aligning himself properly when trying to cover Eric Fowler down near the goal line. You're going to see him. He's way in here. In no way can you work from inside out that close to the goal line and get yourself back out there to make a play. Just lob it up in the corner of the end zone, and it's going to be golden for Grand Valley State.
4 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown now for Fowler. Now it'll be Northwest Missouri State going back to work. Jorth Matthews will run the draw up to the 20-yard line. 22, good second effort by Oman. And he'll have the football at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, he's a guy they really got to get involved offensively. They said, we got to get him the football, whether it's out in space, running the football, screening to him in the pass game somehow, some way. Xavier Omon, he's the weapon on this football team. The big play, he has that big play ability. Now you got to get him the football.
9 carries for 51 yards so far. First 3 ended up with a -2, so he's picking it up. There he is again. Omon comes to the near side. Boy, he can break some tackles. He'll be up to the 31-yard line before Ryan Gaydosh can bring him down.
Well, you watch him on film in last week's game against Bloomsburg. He's dragging guys down the sideline. They're holding on to his jersey, and he's giving them a good drag for about 5 yards. Tough, physical runner, has speed to go along with it, and you see it right there. 5.8 yards per carry. He averaged 4.5 on the season coming in with 21 touchdowns to go along with it.
He is an outstanding running back, and obviously you can see why they said a primary concern of their offense was to get the football to him. Omon will be the screen. Not going to go to him, though. Slingshot that one up to the 48-yard line. Wow, that is Raphael Robinson for a 17-yard gain. He of the touchdown catch.
I am one to firmly believe that you don't always have the same release point of throwing the football every single play. And sometimes you just have to be an athlete and make plays. Right there, you talk about slingshot. Sometimes it comes down from about your waist, somehow way above your head, but it doesn't matter as long as you're completing passes.
He got it for the first down, moving that ball up to the 48-yard line. Jorth Matthews maybe here with a checkoff. Omon's got the football. He'll take it over midfield and be downed at the 48-yard line. Tough yardage. Matt Beatty, a junior, in on the hit for Grand Valley State.
Well, this is good. This is good stuff for Northwest Missouri State. If you're Coach Churchma, hey, I'm in second down and medium. I want to stay here. I'm moving the football. We're having positive yards on first, second down. We're converting third down. This is good stuff. Eat up some clock. Keep Grand Valley on the sideline. Put some points on the board at the end of this drive.
Out of that gun, it is incomplete. Dangerous flat pass that should have been caught by E.J. Faulkner. Again, they try and get it to him in a hurry because he is the fastest player on the team, and get it to him and let him go.
Yeah, he's the fastest. He was second in the country in Division II in the 400 meters and third in the country in the 200 meters. But you know what? Right now, he's too fast with his eyes, taking it off the football.
Second time he has dropped the football when he has been open. He'll come out of the game. It is a third down. Little screen. Omon's got it. 45. Omon breaks away and a first down. Down to the 39-yard line, and he is taking charge now of this offense. That is a 9-yard gain for the running back.
Yeah, get him the football in space, and he can make guys miss screen passes in the pass game on check downs. Always know where your weapons are. Xavier Omon is a weapon for this offense.
Against Bloomsburg last week, he had 149 yards rushing and 2 TDs. And now he's started to pick the pace up. There he is again. They're just going to give him the football, and why not? He'll go inside the 35-yard line to the 33. The Grand Valley defense, which obviously is keying on him, still is getting pushed, and give credit to that front offensive line.
Yeah, Joe Holtzman, the big right tackle for Northwest Missouri State. Get out of the way. You cannot stand in the huddle, in the middle of the pile. Hit somebody or get yourself out of the way. Otherwise, I'm going to run you over.
Another flat pass caught at the 30-yard line. An immediate tackle made, but that's going to be enough for a first down. There is Abe Quad, who hauls that one in and then was hit by Dan Scuda.
Well, excellent job of mixing the run with the pass right now on this drive, and it's Mel Churchma, the head coach, who calls the plays for this Northwest Missouri State football team. He's been outstanding in this drive.
8 times the conference coach of the year. They'll run that one straight ahead for a couple of yards. Sheldon Cook, another speedster who is just a freshman, comes in for Omon to spell him a moment, and there goes Cook, 33. Back to the sidelines.
Yeah, he's a quick little scat back, 5'10", 190 pounds, but he's second place in the 100 meters on their track team in the conference. So 2 big-time speed guys in Faulkner and Cook offensively for Northwest Missouri State.
Cook was their second leading carrier during the season. Josh Matthews, the quarterback, moving this team. Omon again will take that football up the middle and will go inside the 20, down at about the 17-yard line. These are just These are Jim Brown kind of gut yards right now.
Just put it on my shoulders, baby. I can carry you. He's doing enough squats. He can carry this whole football team. But you talk about yardage. Over 4,600 yards. He's their career holder in rushing yards as well as touchdown runs with 54 and was first team all-conference this year.
He's looking for his 4th consecutive 100-yard game, and he has got himself a first down.
And with all that, he's just a junior.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. He is also one of the finalists for that Player of the Year award in Division II that we'll talk about a little later. He didn't make the final 3, but he was a finalist. And with the performance you're seeing here today, you can understand why in another year he may have another shot at it. He is 5 for 26 on this drive rushing. There's a little slant in down inside the 10. Everybody gets carried to the 4-yard line. Kendall Wright, their all-conference wide receiver, hauled about 6 people with him. He's got a 13-yard gain.
Well, you're going to see the tight end is going to come out and he's going to pick. Nice little underneath, take a step, but then he's going to come out and you'll see the pick occur right here. The big tight end, Mike Peterson, coming out wide. Nice pick play. You see it right underneath to Kendall Wright, and now north and south right away.
They are moving the football in this drive. It is a 1st and goal. It'll come from the 5-yard line. Matthews again to Oman on the carry, and he will be stopped after a gain of maybe a yard. Oman, obviously, in this situation, is the one you're going to look to, as he's had 21 touchdowns coming into this game in the rushing department.
It's like those rolls we had last night at dinner. You know, it was excellent with some butter on them, and he's the bread and butter of this offense, baby. Just say, butter him up and let him roll.
And when you're trying to tackle him, it feels like he's got butter all over him, too.
That's right.
You see Oman, he's kind of a stand-up runner, but he breaks away by twisting and turning. It'll be a 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Oman will be the 2nd man in that backfield. They go to the corner. It is incomplete in the end zone, intended for Robinson, who already has 1 TD reception.
Well, they try to go back to him again. He's got nice size at 6'2" on the outside, working against the corner here, and you see him. Just throw it, let him go up and make a play. Don't let it get into your body, though. Make that play with your hands out and away from you. If you allow it to get close to you, then you give the defensive back a chance to come in, final second, stick a hand in and knock it out.
And that was Brandon Carr, who's back in that secondary. He went out of the football game and came now back in and doing his usual job. 14th play of this drive that started back at their own 20, 3rd down and goal. Looking to the corner, it's going to be intercepted! Intercepted at the 5-yard line! And Brandon Carr, whom we were just talking about, has hauled in another one.
Well, you could see this one coming a mile away, and it's another situation that Josh Matthews predetermined where he was going with the football before he took the snap and didn't read things out. Automatically thought this is going to be open. Well, guess what? It's not. And Brandon Carr does a good job staying at home, allowing the receiver release down inside and keeping my outside position where I can now make a play on a receiving threat of E.J. Faulkner coming right into my living room.
All the way from the 20 down inside the 10-yard line. He had 6 interceptions coming into the game. He has already given up 3 in this game. He had only 1 interception in his last 5. That is costly, as it turns over a great scoring chance. They get nothing out of the end zone. Finnerty is looking deep, and it's caught all the way up to the 40-yard line. And another couple on the carry to Eric Fowler, and that is so Grand Valley State.
Oh, they are reading my mind. When you have a big turnover, what do? You take a shot down the field, and this one is thrown behind purposely. Quentin Womack, good coverage on Eric Fowler, but it's thrown behind the receiver. He can adjust faster than the defensive back and redirect his body. Makes an outstanding play on the football.
36-yard gain, 1st down and 10. Ball at the 39-yard line, and Cullen Finnerty now has got the arm going. 2 receivers to the near side, straight back in the pocket. Flags are down.
I'll tell you what hurts for Northwest Missouri State, and we'll get the ruling here, and I'll finish my point.
Full start on the offense. Number 61, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, what hurts if you're Mel Churchman is that all 3 interceptions have occurred in scoring position. The Lakers' 21-yard line, the Lakers' 24-yard line, and then that interception coming at the 4-yard line. So 3 opportunities to get scores, and they come away with interception. That hurts, and it swings the momentum greatly in favor of Grand Valley State.
Yes, indeed. Boy, those are enormous chances that are lost. It is a first down now, and it's 15. Again, a comebacker and a little hanging on going on, but no flags are down as Womack kind of got his hand in on Eric Fowler. Those two have really gone well against one another. We're going to check in with Reese Davis in our studios. Reese?
All right, Gary, coming up at halftime, the great Keith Jackson will deliver the meaning of the game. We'll hear about that. Ed Cunningham will join me as well to play a little Take Your Pick BCS style, and more trouble for Tank Johnson. We'll also get you up to date on the #2 team in basketball and a little bit of trouble and a tough spot on the road. It's all coming up at halftime.
All right, Reese, thanks very much. We got a second down here, and long yardage, second down and 15 again. Cullen Finnerty in that pocket, looking near side flats open at the 40, and down to the 35-yard line is John Matthews. That is his first reception of the game. Reese Davis is not going to turn out of this football game. He was a high school quarterback at Muscle Shoals, which is right down the road here, literally part of Florence, Alabama.
Yeah, Reese throw the ball around a little bit.
Can he
throw
sing the blues? Can he sing the blues? I want to know the important stuff. If he can't sing the blues.
Don't know if he got in the studio and did any recording.
Muscle Shoals, one of the great recording studios of all time for blues and rock and roll. Over the middle, it'll be caught and down immediately. Wanted to call for a late hit. It is a reception, however, and no flags. Eric Fowler made the catch.
Boy, still continuing to give Eric Fowler a little bit too much room. Maybe, you know what, you change the coverage. Get out of 3 deep and the single safety look. Come with some pressure. Go with 2 deep, 2 safeties over the top.
Time running out. Fowler sideline at the 10-yard line. It is incomplete. He will run the fly more often than not. He had Darcel Clark on him.
Right, and he had a step behind him, and if Finnerty throws him a catchable football, you got to believe with that size at 6'3" and speed, he's going to go up and make a play on it. But, you know, my point was get some safety help over the top, and where you can get a guy with some hands on him. Go to a cover 2 look where you're bumping him off the line of scrimmage. You got safety help over the top. But, man, right now, this defensive look just not working out very well for Northwest Missouri State.
For Valley State, Todd Carter, their field goal kicker, his long one this year is 43 yards. They've got the football just over midfield now. Cullen Finnerty with a second down, final seconds of the first half. Finnerty again wants to go deep. Again, the defender fell down, but it is incomplete, intended for Eric Fowler. And Fowler, for a moment, had nobody around him as the defender slipped and fell.
Yeah, and Cullen Finnerty took another shot, which may have led to this football being thrown out of bounds. But look at this. I mean, he gets it off, but nice shot, and that's without the helmet on. I'm coming at you. Dallas Flynn, I'm going to give you a shot. Make you pay each and every time you throw it, whether I sack you or not. I'm going to get a hit on the quarterback.
Dallas Flynn is their leading sack man on the year and their leading tackler for a loss this season. It is a third down and 10. Grand Valley State trying to get upfield at least close enough for a field goal. They were 2 for 7 in third down conversion. His 23rd pass of the game. If he can find anybody, he can't.
A lot of room.
5:40, and he'll go out of bounds at the 35. That is enough for a first down, a 13-yard gain. Let's check in with Todd Harris.
Well, Gary, during that last change of possession, the defensive coordinator for Northwest Missouri State, Chris Bostic, was adamant with his linebacker. Says we've got to stop the run. So their big concern right now is Colin Finnerty's not his arm, but his running ability. They've got Smith and Harness keen on him, and they're going to talk to each other with a signal how to shoot the gap and stop him from getting those runs.
Finnerty, 9 carries, 66 yards. He's trying to get a TD. He's going to get hit. Is it a fumble? It's recovered. It is recovered at the 40. Kyle Kaiser, the nose tackle got in, and they turned the ball over. Northwest Missouri State. Their defense gets it done.
Boy, he turns the corner at about 100 miles an hour, and you're going to see it coming right from the quarterback's front side and right into your living room. And it was actually Ryan Walters. He's the guy that just delivered the punch and got that football out as he turned the corner, and Kyle Kaiser comes up with a recovery. But man, yeah, he felt it. Right now, Cullen Finnerty's telling his teammates, I took a shot right there.
First sack, and that's going to do it. They're going to let the clock run down, and what a first half. The number 1 and 2 teams in Division II, Grand Valley State number 1, Northwest Missouri State number 2. Grand Valley State will take a 10-7 lead in. But what's been so impressive, the defensive units for both teams. Todd.
Coach, after a slow start, how do you get your offense back on track?
I just got to keep playing. We're off a slow start because Northwest Missouri State's defense is pretty good and did a nice job, and we battle back and just keep competing. Nothing's really changed. It's going to be a back and forth game like it always is when we come down here.
Can you win this game with Cullen Finnerty being your primary runner?
We can win this game anyway. We try to win this game. If he needs to be our primary runner, Cullen will get the job done. So we'll find a way to win it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Whatever it takes to get the job done, right? On this beautiful day in Florence, a first half worthy of a championship game. Grand Valley State up 10-7. We're going to go to Reese Davis, Ed Cunningham, our college football halftime report.
Come fall, the days grow shorter. The children have grown taller. The sun, low in the sky, hits the grandstands at an angle. Warming faces already lit up by the occasion, by the fresh crackle of it all. So ripe, so real. Young men reaching, running, sucking in deep gulps of crisp autumn air. Grasping for a go-round with greatness, grappling with each other on the grass. American sons, the pride of their fathers and father figures, setting the rules before letting them go. There's more to come. Career, wife, family, life. But the team is now. The team, the team, the team. Loving your brothers as much as a heart will allow. Fighting the tremble in your lower lip when you close up your locker for the final time. Oh, that sweet whisper of days, the stretch between growing up and settling in for what lies ahead. And the real beauty in all of this, it repeats. The circling world bringing the harvest and us back around year after year. Don't bother asking why. That's what the game is. And savored is what it's meant to be.
Was that voice send chills up your spine? Give you the essence of college football? And Ed, you experience.
Game could do anything. Defense is held up. Second quarter, offense has got going.
Yeah, if you're Northwest Missouri State, you've taken their best punch, Grand Valley State's best punch, and you've given them the football 3 times with scoring opportunities pretty much inside the red zone. So you cut down the turnovers, and you're going to be okay. Shorten up or tighten up the pass defense, everything will be okay. If you're Grand Valley State, you just got to find a way to protect Cullen Finnerty a little bit better.
Finnerty has had to be the primary rusher in this football game. Can you continue to do that at quarterback, or does it wear on you?
I think so, but you know, it's one game, and I think you can get away with it for just one game. But you certainly don't want to expose him to the big hit where he's out of this football game. Now you're scrambling for a quarterback.
Our scoring in the first half, Todd Cotter, 30-yard field goal. Good Grand Valley on top. It was Northwest Missouri State responding. Robinson, 26-yard pass on the option from Kendall Wright. We start here in the end zone where Faulkner wants to bring it up. 15, and he'll get it back to the 20. Pays a price on the hit. Eric Fowler on a 2-yard pass from Cullen Finnerty, the score that's now the difference. Todd Harris.
Well, Gary, I just talked with with head coach Mel Churchman of Northwest Missouri State, and he said exactly what Andre Ware was talking about. He says once we stop the turnovers, we'll be in good shape. But he did say he's going to take that last interception. He said, I put my quarterback in a bad situation with a bad play, didn't realize they were in the zone. That one's on me. He does want to keep the physical play up, especially when it comes to Cullen Finnerty. He says we got to keep hitting that young man.
Now, the only way I know how he's taking that is he told him, look, you're going right here with the football right now as you get to the top of the drop. Otherwise, it was just predetermined. It was absolutely that when Josh Matthews went back and threw the football.
Josh Matthews, 3 interceptions. That quarterback hit as he throws the completion up into first down territory. He is now 11 for 19. That's a 13-yard gain to Mike Peterson, who makes the catch. The tight end, his second reception of the game.
Well, second time we've seen him hook up over the middle of the formation, right over the center, and when the zone coverage kind of spreads itself out, Mike Peterson doing a good job of working in there and showing the numbers to the quarterback.
First down and 10. The big turnovers have really hurt in this game. Grand Valley State taking advantage. That one's going to be carried over to the 40, up to midfield, and away he goes, down to the 40-yard line. Xavier Oman, a 25-yard gain, and since the second quarter, this young man's been on the fly.
Boy, he just kind of gives it and takes it away. He'll start inside right there, and look at the cut. Watch him work himself back outside. He'll make a guy miss here, and then he'll hit it going full speed now, north and south with the shoulders.
He's up to 100 yards rushing. That one carried straight ahead.
Well, he is right on pace. He's averaged 126 yards in the playoffs and 14 touchdowns to go along with it. And you see that right there. That's getting it done. 6.7 yards a carry.
An outstanding junior running back, 4th consecutive 100-yard game that he has had. It is a second down and 7. Again, the change up in the call by Josh Matthews, their junior quarterback. Oman bounces off some, and he's going to be thrown for a loss. And this is what the Grand Valley State defense did in the first quarter, a -5.
Well, that's the difference between the good running backs and the great runners. The great ones don't always break, or they know that they can't break every run, so they take a little bit at a time. The good runners will feel like at times I can break anything, and you wind up getting negative yardage. Sometimes you just got to stick it in there for no gain and come back on second down, and you're 2nd and 10 as opposed to 3rd and 12. I'm sorry.
This is going to be a 3rd and 12 and a passing down for Josh Matthews. 1 interception in 128 attempts prior to this game, 3 in this game. Matthews over the middle. That's tipped away inside the 30-yard line. It is incomplete. Quad was the intended, and Caruth got in there and broke that up, the junior.
Yeah, good coverage there. And you're going to see him right here try to work his way inside. And not a whole lot of room to throw the football. Boy, you have got to separate. When you get man-to-man coverage as a receiver, as a quarterback, you're depending on those receivers to separate and win for you, and you win with a throw. But if there's no room to throw it, there ain't going to be a whole lot of winning, Gary.
Kyle Johnson puts that one up in the air, and it'll be handled at the 20 on a fair catch by Mac Catlin. Just got a hold of that one. The Division II Player of the Year Award, named after one of the greats of the game. When we come back, we will tell you about the player whose name is on this 63-pound trophy.
NBA.
53 All-American at Florence State Teachers College, now North Alabama. Drafted by the Bears first round, NFL Rookie of the Year 54, NFL MVP in 55, a 3-time All-Pro, and still holds a number of receiving records for the Bears, including the most 100-yard receiving games in a career with 19. Harlan Hill, and the award was given out last night. And the winner is, you're going to hear from him later in our game. That one's carried off the right side, just bullying that one ahead and up to about the 28-yard line. That is Aston Martin, and boy, we have not heard a lot from their leading ground gainer this season, Martin. He only has his 6th rush for Grand Valley.
Yeah, at halftime he had 13 yards, but 12 of those came on 1 run, so it's been a very, very quiet football game for Aston Martin and this Grand Valley State rushing offense.
These defenses have done a great job. They team, Grand Valley averages 168 yards rushing, 30th, 225 in the air, 34th in Division II.
At Northwest Missouri State, you see the two safeties back deep. They've gone to more of that look, kind of rotating to help out those cornerbacks a little bit.
Second down and 4. Martin again on the carry. Flags are down. He will bring that ball up to the 37-yard line, but a whistle as he went off the right side.
That's the old holding penalty inside there.
Penalties and turnovers have affected this game, as it normally does when teams are playing as tight a game as this one is. These two teams aren't used to playing tight games.
Illegal formation on the offense. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
So the penalty will move the ball back.
Kind of surprises you where the flag was thrown right in the middle of the formation. So yeah, you expected when it's in the middle of a bunch of bodies that it's going to be a hole, but they come back with a legal formation for us.
That'll move the ball back to a second down and 9. Second and 9 for Grand Valley State, number 1 team in Division II. They won this game last year. Looking nowhere to go. Finnerty, he's had to run the ball. He's got a first down here. And right at that first down marker will be hauled down by Miles Burnsides, the freshman strong safety. That'll be enough for a first down. He got driven back a little bit. 10-yard gain. Wow, what a day he has had running the football.
Boy, he had an opportunity again to hit Eric Fowler and may have gotten off him a little bit too soon. Clayton checked himself back into this football game, and Todd talked about him going out with a little knee injury earlier, but he turned him around so bad that when he planted to come back on the comeback, he slips. Watch this route right here. This is pressure on a defensive back. When you break him off like that, the defensive back can't redirect, and if he stays with him, he's going to hit a big one down the field. Just got off of it a little bit too early.
They got the first down here, first down and 10. 11 carries, 69 rushing yards for Colin Finnerty, the throwing quarterback here, who in the playoffs has had 11 TD touchdown passes. But today it's been his leg work that's made the difference for Grand Valley State. And a flag goes down. That one comes before the snap. These offenses have been in sync during parts of this game, but for larger parts of it, both offenses have struggled to get it going.
Well, it's penalties of some sort or something factoring its way in to kind of slow the offenses down. And for Northwest Missouri State, it's been turnovers.
All start, number 58 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Justin Ingalls, the referee, the North Central Conference game officials working this game and getting worked on a little bit by Chuck Martin on the sideline.
Yeah, it was big Sam Allen. He wants an offsides penalty on Dallas Flynn, but it was Sam Allen who just flinched enough to get the attention of the officials. And what's been remarkable about Grand Valley State's return, to me, to this football game has been they lost 4 of 5 offensive line starters from a year ago. You know what? Just plug in 4 more and we'll get right back.
First down and 15 now. They keep heading the wrong way. That'll be carried up to the 40-yard line on a great second effort by Martin. You can see he's fired up. That was Jared Erspamer who took him down, a 12-yard gain.
Yeah, he was a transfer out of Toledo, Aston Martin, and started a couple of games there. He's not real big at 5'9", 200 pounds, but he's quick. He hides well behind those big offensive linemen, and then he's got a spurt. You know, he's quick enough to where he spurts, and then he's in the open field, and you're chasing from behind.
Their primary runner by a lot. He carried him 212 times during the year. 110 was second for Finnerty. Second down and 3. Finnerty fakes it, bootlegs it, wants to go deep. Did he catch him? He's got a man open. Incomplete. Pretty good foot race going on there. The official thought about the flag, then pulled his hand away, realizing that Eric Fowler wasn't going to catch that no matter what.
Yeah, Fowler's coming up a little bit gimpy, and he's reaching back there for that hamstring. But you see him right here, the play action pass. He pushes off, and he's going to the deep post. Right there, he stumbles enough, and he's trying to regain the speed or get back to top speed. And right away, he's grabbing for the hamstring, and that is not good if you're Grand Valley State.
6 receptions, 92 yards, and a touchdown for Fowler, who you saw goes to the sideline. That will bring up a 3rd down for Grand Valley. They are 3 out of 8 in the first half. 3rd down and 3 here in the conversion factor. That one is behind the line of scrimmage and driven out of bounds. Well shy of the first down. Boy, this defense can string out your attempts at carrying.
Well, they're going to bring pressure, whether it's run pressure or trying to get to Cullen Finnerty. And they get tremendous penetration up the field, which changed the path of Aston Martin to bounce it outside. And then all of a sudden now you've got the edge players coming up and making plays and making sure he doesn't turn the corner and get up the field for a first down.
And it was Urameki out of Lee's Summit, Missouri, who moved over there and drove him out of bounds. That's going to bring up the punt. 3 punts so far, averaging about 32 yards a kick. Has to field that one on the ground. Give him
his knee went
down, and that's where it's going to be marked. What a turnover at the 25-yard line.
I was wondering, Gary, if the official was going to catch that. He had to go down on a knee to field this punt, and you'll see it here. Just watch the left knee as he goes down. Right there, he's down.
Wow. So the punting game hurts Grand Valley again. They have a problem getting the kicks off in different games because they get blocked. Now they don't even get a chance to kick it.
Now if I'm Mel Churchman, I'm telling Josh Matthews, take care of the football. Don't get conservative on me. Don't clam up on me, but just take care of the football. You've got enough reps and enough games under your belt to where you know where to go with the football and time things well. Do not go late over the middle of the field.
What a great chance for Northwest Missouri State to take the lead here over to the 35, down to the 20, and spun around on the tackle is Raphael Robinson, who's got the touchdown catch in this game. He's been their leading receiver today.
Well, we've seen Mike Peterson come out and throw that pick route or a block out wide for Raphael Robinson. We've seen it to Kendall Wright as well. Don't be surprised if they pump fake that with him, the same formation coming down inside, and they hit the big tight end over the top.
Looking here in a 2nd down, straight ahead, stop right at the 15-yard line. Oman on the carry, Derek Jones, all-conference defensive tackle, and their leading tackler for losses.
Watch Xavier Oman's right arm. Watch him right there, delivering the blow. Get off me.
Boy, he's tough, isn't he? Wow.
Oh, man.
He is tough. He's had his 4th consecutive 100-yard rushing game today. 13th in Division II in rushing yards per game.
Well, Samad Kane still feeling the effects a little bit of that train that came through, that forearm shiver that he got from Xavier Oman.
See, if they got it, they did by the length of the football, so a first down. Now, this is where it has gotten very dangerous for Northwest Missouri State in this game.
You know what? You stay with the running game. Keep them spread out with three receiver sets, the tight end as well, but you keep running the football and pounding them, because sooner or later that's going to take its toll later on in this football game. Big offensive linemen wearing down the front of Grand Valley State.
This is where you do not want to turn this thing over again. It can be very demoralizing. It's already happened too many times today to Northwest Missouri State. They go back to pass over the middle. It is caught. The attempted strip. Boy, there's a battle for the football. I think they're going to call it a reception, but that was almost pulled away from Mike Peterson, a 7-yard gain. Caruth was in there, number 20, trying to dig it out.
Right now, they like the personnel that they've caught Grand Valley State in, so they're right to the line of scrimmage trying to get a play call because they like the matchups.
They've got a second down short yardage, 2nd and 3, straight ahead, second effort, still not going to be able to pick up the first down. Oman on the carry, and again, it is Caruth, the junior, who moves in and puts the hit on.
Yeah, Caruth is playing some nice football, and he's matched up a couple of times in space against wide receivers and has done an excellent job there. But he's a big linebacker at 6 foot, 225 pounds. You see Mike McFadden there, the Gene Upshaw Award winner from last season. So
Caruth out of Saginaw, Michigan. Take a look here as they split it wide to that left side. That is Robinson, who's out there on the left. He's got a one-on-one going. A big 3rd down and 3. Straight ahead. Touchdown! Oman takes it in on the ground, and Northwest Missouri State goes back on top.
What do you do, Garrett? Run the football. That's your weapon right there. You're in a close, confined area. You're getting tremendous push up front. Let's see the eyes on the draw play, holding the linebackers, allowing for the offensive linemen to engage them down the field. And it's just, all I need is a crease. If you're trying to break Xavier Omon open, just give him a crease, and he's that good to where he doesn't need a big hole, just a small crack.
His 61st career touchdown. Tommy Fraber comes out for the extra point. It is up and it is good. Keep in mind it was that failed punt that turned the football over. They ended up with a 7-yard run, and Northwest Missouri State is on top 14-10. Season rushing record in all of college football, never mind the division. He also scored 38 touchdowns. Believe it or not, even though he's only a junior, he has been named as a finalist 3 times.
Amazing.
Including this year.
And it's impressive. You talk about over 2,700 yards, 38 touchdowns. Barry Sanders was 2,600 the year he won the Heisman. So that is outstanding.
That dream come true presented by Disney Theme Parks.
Well, congratulations. Is definitely in order.
Got ourselves a football game, a rematch of the championship game in Division II last year, won by Grand Valley State 21-17 over the team they're facing again, Northwest Missouri State. And little things matter in these kind of games, and we've seen the specialty teams of Grand Valley cost them so far. That ball taken at the 19. Catlin's got it. Catlin makes the turn and will be downed at the 31-yard line, a 12-yard return. 2 winners on the field, Todd Harris.
Yeah, no question about it. I'm not one of those winners. Andre Ware, Heisman Trophy winner. Here's a Harlan Hill winner. Danny Woodhead. Danny, congratulations. You get the trophy last night. What does winning this trophy mean to you personally?
You know, it means a lot, just more than anything to be in the company of the other 2. And, you know, to make the top 3, it's a pretty big deal. And, you know, my teammates will cherish it a little bit more than I will, probably.
Next to you from Pittsburgh State, this is Jermaine Reyes. Jermaine, congratulations on making it as one of the third finalists as we watch the play goes. You played Northwest Missouri State before. What do you see? And if you're Grand Valley State, what do you do?
Well, you're going to have to find a way to minimize the mistakes and keep that defensive front off of Cullen, get him to his playmaker number 80 and let him make some plays.
You're a senior this year, looking forward to playing on Sundays?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And guys, you got to check this out. Danny Woodhead, is he a politician or what? Check out the hat. He knows what hat to wear when he comes to Bama.
That's right. My player hosts, they ended up getting it for me.
Congratulations to both you guys.
Thanks.
Gary?
And at least we leave out Cullen Finnerty, who was the quarterback for Grand Valley State. He was the 3rd of the 3 finalists, and Finnerty actually finished 2nd in the balloting.
3 pretty good football players, and I was here one year when Pittsburgh State came in and played Valdosta State for the championship, and Jermaine Reyes was a player in that game.
And it is a 2nd down and short yardage. Now Grand Valley State's got to try and get it back. They've got one here to work with. Finnerty's going to carry. He'll get a 1st down, tucks it up to midfield, and boy, he likes to take the hits. He does not head for the sideline. He's down at about the 43. Brandon Clayton has tackled him about 3 times, and that'll be good for an 18-yard gain. He's got 86 yards on the ground now.
And if I'm Chuck Martin, I put a stop to that right now. Get yourself out of bounds. You're not going any further, and now it's a decision whether you can step out of bounds or engage in the contact. I don't want you to engage in the contact. Go ahead and step out of bounds. Now, if you need it for a 1st down, that's different. But right there in that situation, step out of bounds and get yourself down.
I need you for the rest of the game.
That's right.
1st down at 10. Grand Valley State moves into Northwest Missouri territory here. Finnerty will hand that one off. They love to go to that right side. That's where they feel their offensive line is strongest. Not a lot there, though, as he's brought down. Martin is for up to the 40-yard line. Gain maybe of 3. Keep in mind, this Northwest Missouri State defense has not had a 100-yard rusher against them in the last 18 games. Right now, Finnerty, the quarterback of all things,
is threatening
to go 100 yards in a game, something nobody has done in the last 18 against Northwest Missouri State's defense.
And, you know, he's fast enough where they've got receivers and they've got Northwest Missouri State spread out that if there's going to create some huge running lanes for him, and he's taking advantage of it.
They've got Martin on the near side. He's going to get hit, not sacked. He'll carry it again, 35, 30, cuts back inside to the 27-yard line, a 12-yard gain, Cullen Finnerty.
Well, when you talk to Scott Bostic, the defensive coordinator, and he said he wanted to slow down. The keys for him were to slow down this Grand Valley State offense. Well, he's pretty much done that in this football game so far. Make Colin Finnerty move. He's done that as well. Mix the coverages, so-so, and then tackle well, which they have not done in this football game.
Finnerty looking deep, goes over the middle, and is caught. No, incomplete. Antoine Trent gave it the good scoop try, but both officials nearest the play signaled incomplete.
Well, it looks like number 46, Jared Ersbeimer, just barely gets a hand on the football and kind of gets that one. Now, actually, it's Dustin Conrad dropping it from that inside linebacker position and just barely getting enough of a hand on the football.
Now, keep in mind, this is reviewable, and this, even though Division II does not use replay during the year, they are using it here in the playoffs. So this play is being reviewed.
And that's a catch.
And once the snap goes, it's the end of the review. So they've called it incomplete. The video replay officials have not called down, and so wait, everybody moving.
We may have a little more time because of this penalty, but it was Jared Ersbeimer who got a little bit of a fingernail on that football.
Start. Number 64 in the offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
To kind of just throw it off enough where it's incomplete to Antoine Trent, but even looking at the replay from here, it looked like a completed pass.
The SEC is doing the replay work. L. Ford is the SEC replay official, and Mickey Haddock is the communicator out of the SEC in the replay.
Yeah, just look at the hands under the football. It never touches the ground, and you see it here, just right here. Get your hands under it. It never touches, and he rolls over. It looks like a catch.
Doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Ball's already been snapped, so that play is now part of history. It is a second down, long yardage, 16. Big rush, and he's going to get sacked. Finnerty goes down all the way back to the 44-yard line. The sack made by Sean Paddock, a freshman end. 5.5 sacks on the season for him, and a very big sack right there. So Finnerty is taken down, and this tough Northwest Missouri State defense continues to have a very impressive championship game.
Yeah, they say he may be the best athlete of all the defensive linemen, just a redshirt freshman, good size, at 6'2", 255, and there he ran a nice little ET stunt where the end goes behind the tackle, and he had a free run at Cullen Finnerty.
Now some really long yardage, 3rd and 25, looking downfield, going for it, it's off the fingers. Oh my gosh, how can that not be intercepted?
Well,
you won't want to look at that again.
That goes back to, well, that's why you're a defensive back, because you can't catch the football. I'm telling you right here, it looks like he's going to make a play on it, and all of a sudden he can't come up with it.
We have seen Ekwueku Urameki in on a number of plays in this game. Magnificent chance right there, and he is not a starter, but he's been playing starting in the second quarter on a number of downs. It is now a 4th down, and they're going to be forced to punt. It's another low snap from the 35-yard line, angled it, and hauled in at the 2-3-yard line. Great play as the Lakers on their coverage got down there. That is Bill Breachkin out of Addison, Illinois, who we've seen play on their defensive coverage. Look at this. He gets it. Didn't want to go in the end zone. Dropped it off. Nice play. Ball all the way back to the 3-yard line. Outstanding work. The little things that matter in big games. They'll try and get some yardage here as it's moved up to about the 8-yard line. Just with Oman carrying the football, you're going to get yards the way he's working right now.
I'll tell you what, the big fellas up front have done a fabulous job of just creating those creases for him to run through and getting tremendous push. And now you start to see that big offensive line of Northwest Missouri State move Grand Valley State backwards a little bit.
Oman's got 21 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown in this football game. With a man in green out there wearing number 2, their running back. Josh Matthews hands it off to him. Oman's going to come from behind, hit there, and he's down for a loss. Back to the 6-yard line. Good play by Dan Scuda. Turning point in this football game. He was down. He put his knee down. So they lost the football on downs. They then had the 7-yard touchdown run by Oman.
I like the little kiss at the end. You see the kiss?
You like that?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's a little subtle thing, but it's just enough of a message. I like that.
You would. All right, it's a third down and a 6. These third downs for both these teams have not been pretty. 3 for 7 in third down conversions for the Bearcats today. Dangerous territory. Going to put it up in the air over the middle. It is caught, but it's not enough for a first down at the 11-yard line. Kendall Wright is hauled down. Good coverage again by that secondary.
Well, it's going to be. It looks like it's just short. And once again, we talk about the delivery point of the release point of a quarterback, and it's not ideal all the time. Sometimes you just have to find a little alley to throw through, and it's around guys, over guys, and you see him there. Little sidearm, quick release out to Kendall Wright.
Now will come the charge. See what they want to do here. It's 4th down and about a yard in the end zone. That kick got rid of it. It does not go very far. The roll does go in their favor. It'll be down to the 36-yard line. A 25-yard kick, and Grand Valley State has got some great field position. The Division II championship game. Grand Valley State #1, Northwest Missouri State #2.
American
Extremely explosive. We love the mascot. That's the Laker mascot.
Yeah, he
just
is pretty
fits
funny.
the Great Lakes.
It does. It really does. Oh, you see there, just outstanding last week. 6 touchdown passes.
This is the best starting position that they have had as they've got a first down at 10 in Northwest Missouri State territory. They've been trying to run the football, and they'll take this one down to the 31-yard line. Martin, their senior. He has had some tough sledding in this football game and not a lot of carries in the first half. Let's get on to Todd Harris. Todd.
Well, Gary, the Lakers may unfortunately have to turn to their running game. Now, normally that is not their bread and butter, but Joe Wolscheid, their starting right guard, he is out for the rest of the game with that left knee. And Eric Fowler, the big-time receiver, he's on the sideline. They're trying to get that hamstring loosened up, but he is in a lot of pain.
Boy, those are 2 big losses right there. So the closing in on 100 yards receiving in this football game. Kennedy back to the near side, wide open at the 20-yard line and down to the 15. Nobody picked up on the near side. The short receivers just come into the football game. Preston Garris.
Well, they blitz Chris Termini from this side right here, and they go right to the vacated area. He leaves, and now experience tells me when a guy leaves an area, I'm going to have a receiver sitting down there wide open, and a good job of squaring up, showing the numbers, and getting the football out and delivered.
Preston Garris, who had only 8 receptions during the year, got that last one. We've completed 3 quarters. The matchup of 1 and 2, it is right on schedule for a nail-biting finish. 1 quarter to go for a champion in Division II. And this telecast available on ESPN2 HD, presented by Pioneer Plaza. We go to the 4th quarter of this Division II championship here in Florence, Alabama. Grand Valley State and Northwest Missouri State, both very much with a chance here. 14-10. Northwest Missouri State getting that lead back in the 3rd quarter. Look at everybody looking to the sideline. The offenses and the defensive players all taking a look over. It will be a first down and 10 as they move the ball from the 15-yard line. And again, it'll be carried down to the 10. Their big running game today from their quarterback, Cullen Finnerty, and shows no signs of dropping off. 92 yards, 15 carries.
Well, this is their first time all season trailing at the start of the 4th quarter, but they are certainly knocking on the door right now here inside the red zone about the 10-yard line. There's no quit. This is going to be a battle to the finish till all zeros are on that clock.
Grand Valley State, when they get inside that red zone, score 90% of the time, 47 touchdowns during the season. when they got inside the red zone, and they are there now. Cullen Finnerty with a 2nd down and 6. The first down will be just inside the 5-yard line. On the handoff, that's going to be a first down and a little more. Down to about the 2-yard line. Martin, a 7-yard gain. He gets hit by Chris Termini.
Well, what makes this play is the patience of Aston Martin. It's a little, you got a lot of guys pulling in front of you. You got to let them set up blocks, and he kind of waits. He's patiently waiting and then explodes through the hole once the crease presents itself.
And they come out quickly. Finnerty's going to carry. He gets through and will be taken for about a yard loss. He found a little room. Dallas Flynn, though, moved in and put the hit on. So Finnerty called his own number. They tried to get it before they could get the defense set.
Boy, they have had their hands on him all afternoon long, and he's so strong that they can't. The first guy won't get him down. You see right there, had a hand on him. And then now, when the rest of the jerseys show up, you can hear the pads popping and helmets engaging into one another, all kinds of things. But he's ever getting so close to that 100-yard mark.
Eric Fowler, the leading receiver, remember, continues to be out of this football game. They've got 3 receivers sent to the wide side on the 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Finnerty's going to carry, quarterback keep, and to the goal line. No sign, touchdown!
Well, this is just taking it on your shoulders right here. The quarterback of this football team, and you see him kind of grimacing. That guy, he's a little sleepy, but right here, he's certainly providing some excitement. Cullen Finnerty, and he takes a couple of shots going into the end zone here. But this is where they really like him. I talked to Chuck Martin yesterday. He said, look, we're going to try to isolate a receiver one-on-one. If it's not there, we're going to run the quarterback. And Cullen Finnerty has really stepped up.
That is his 8th rushing TD for the quarterback. The extra point kick is up by Todd Carter, and it is good. Unsung hero for that TD is Bill Brejska. Down the punt, set up the drive, on they went. They're on top by 3. Defending it against the team they beat last year. A rematch here in Florence, Alabama. And what a football game as we go back and forth. Finnerty now 11 for 27 passing, but 95 yards and a touchdown rushing.
I mean, it's been one of those deals. We expected a good football game. We just expected it in a different manner. We thought it was going to be one of those high-scoring matchups where the offenses were just up and down the field. Well, it's been a little bit different, but yet still entertaining.
And a long way to go to the finish. Carter and the kick boots that one well into the end zone. Going to let that. No, he takes it on the hop. Up to the 10, the 15, and down hard at the 20-yard line. E.J. Faulkner likes to live dangerously, and he did right there. Their speedster makes it pay off, though. At least he got it back out to the 20.
Boy, Cullen Finnerty has really taken this team on his shoulders, and you look at it, and he's 13-1 in the playoffs. And he's played in 3 of the last 4 championships. When he gets here, undefeated, 2-0 as the quarterback of this Grand Valley State football team. So right now, you see the running and putting his body out there and all that. He wants to go 3-0, and that's amazing. 3 championships in your college career. I'm not talking about playoff appearances. I'm talking about championships.
Now, Northwest Missouri State will have the football. They're going to talk about positioning here. That ball hit into the end zone, then was played on the first hop. So the officials are talking about where this football ought to be. It actually was brought out to the 20-yard line. It's going to be the 20-yard line anyway, so that's where it's going to be. It's just a question of whether or not the return is allowed or whether or not it was called in the end zone on the hit. And the replay officials do get involved in this one.
Yeah, we got the official word here.
The ball hit untouched in the end zone, making it a touchback. The first down and 10 from the 20 Please reset the clock with 13 minutes. 13 minutes, please.
Yeah, once it hits the ground in the end zone, you're not allowed to return it, and so it's going to come to the 20-yard line, which wipes out all of 1 yard.
Yeah, that's right. It wipes out his return, though. He doesn't get any credit for it. But the football is right where they thought it would be. All right, Northwest Missouri State's got the ball. Now they've got to find a way to get downfield again as this lead has seesawed back and forth in this football game. Each team's had the opportunity and not been able to stay ahead. Here's a little question for you. Do you know this, as we mentioned, is the 21st consecutive time this Division II championship's being played here in Florence. It is the third longest NCAA championship site, continual site for a playoff in college sports. You know what the other two are?
I don't.
That's our trivia question, ladies and gentlemen. You win a Heisman Trophy if you can come up with the answer. It's not even sponsored. Why am I doing that? All right. A little screen play near side at the 20 up to the 25-yard line. And Oman has made a world of difference in this game. We'll take it out to the 30. Depends on the spot as to whether or not they will credit him with the first down. Since we run out of time on everything, let me get this in. Number one, Omaha for the College Baseball World Series is the longest running continual site. And second is Montgomery, Alabama for the Division II Baseball Championships.
Wow.
I did not know that. I didn't know that. Now you do. All right, carried straight ahead, and at the 33-yard line, Oman has just taken over this offense now. He's the one carrying the football.
Yeah, he's the guy that's going to carry the mail to the finish here, so to speak, and rely on those big offensive linemen. I don't think they're going to take a chance. Coach Churchma not going to take any gambles at this point in the game. It's so close, getting later and later in this football game. You want to go to your bell cow, and that is Xavier Oman.
He's rushed 23 times for 118 yards, has a touchdown, and everybody moving. Grand Valley saying they were drawn off.
Full start. Number 71 in the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
They were.
The big junior Reed Kirby, a transfer from Kansas. And he was actually just kind of out of football, quit after his freshman year there. And then the coaches here at Northwest Missouri State did a pretty good job of recruiting him, convinced him to come back and come on in and play. And he's been steady up front for him this season.
Only the third penalty against the Bearcats in this game. Will move it back for a first down now and 15. Josh Matthews in the pocket, dumps it over the middle. It's caught, 30-yard line. And you got to have some gumption, folks, to hang on to that football. Kendall Wright is hung out to dry, but he got down on the ground.
Yeah, Kirk Carruth, once again, the redshirt freshman, making a play. You see him trying to drag underneath coverage, but there's some pretty good linebackers, and you can hear it. And Beatty waiting in there, as well as Kirk Carruth. And another dangerous throw from Josh Matthews. Don't throw it high on an underneath route across the middle.
And it'll bring up, and they've got to have possession, keep in mind, a long second down and 13 out of the shotgun. Matthews, they're going to try and run it on the draw. And down to the 40-yard line, not enough for a first down. Oman again on the carry. This time it'll be good enough for 9 yards, and there's McFadden on the hit.
He's been kind of quiet lately. I expected to call his name a lot more. Mike McFadden, a big presence inside. Last year's Gene Upshaw Award winner. He had 19 sacks a year ago. He's only got 7 coming into this season. But he was an All-American last year and been relatively quiet.
Another Upshaw finalist. He's a little All-American as well as being All-Conference. And an enormous third down play right here for Northwest Missouri State. 3 for 8, third down conversion. Under center, over the middle, first down. Gotta have it. Use your big receiver off that right hand side. That is Mike Peterson, the go-to guy, short yardage reception.
Yeah, he's done a good job of sitting himself down over the center. Mike's a 24-year-old junior, and he started his college career as a junior college baseball player, and just kind of hung it up in baseball and was a tailback in high school. Asked the coaches, could he come out, and they said, sure, come on out. And I'll tell you what, he's done a pretty good job this afternoon.
4 receptions, 39 yards, first down, Northwest Missouri State. Keep an eye on the clock, 10:16 to go in the game. This is the fourth quarter. What a great move to find some room. He gets driven back to the other side of the 50-yard line. He'd actually moved it up to about the 48, and then they knocked him back another 4 yards, as that was Buster Larkins on the hit.
Well, you talk about the good move. You got to have one of two, or actually a couple of things to do that. You got to have great vision as a runner, and then you got to have the footwork to go along with it. Sometimes your mind tells you to make the move, but the body doesn't go with it. He's got both. He's got the great vision and the footwork to make guys miss and then get himself started again.
It'll bring up a second down and long yardage. Curling out, big rush, and a huge sack all the way back to the 41. That is Anthony Adams, their leading tackler, and a loss of 9.
Well, he came in with 1.5 sacks on the season, and they call big Anthony Adams the playmaker. Double A is his nickname, and you're going to see him right here kind of show up. You see McFadden right there applying the pressure, but it's number 4 that comes in and cleans up everything defensively for Grand Valley State.
The second sack came close to grabbing the face mask as he was down maybe before he grabbed it. Anyway, no call.
You know my saying, it's not speeding until you get pulled over.
There you go. Third down and 16. Northwest Missouri State needs this football. Matthews looking over the middle of midfield. That is caught down at the 48. It would be well shy of a first down. Kendall Wright on the catch, moves it into Grand Valley State territory, but it's going to be a 4th down. Catch the NCAA Division III Football Championship, ESPN HD. It comes your way today. It will be at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Mount Union and Wisconsin Whitewater for Eastern Division III. They're going to go. Wow. With the 8:20 to go. It is a 4th down.
It's a backup quarterback, one of the backup quarterbacks.
They got the punter in there. They got the punter in there. It was standing back to take the snap, but short on the snap.
Yeah, he's also a backup quarterback as well. So they were trying to kind of quick snap Grand Valley State, and he was not in the punter depth, which is about, a little bit further back than he was. He was more of a shotgun type.
We got a Division II championship on the line right now. Grand Valley State defending that championship they won last year.
And now he's back to about punter depth.
Is where he needs to be. No big rush put on and a very short kick. And it will take a bounce for him inside the 20-yard line, out of bounds at the 17-yard line. A 30-yard kick. And all in all, Johnson got that one where he wanted it to be, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, if you're Grand Valley and you have the lead at 17-14 and you need to work some of this clock, which about 8 minutes, a little over 8 minutes left in this football game, you got to find a way to get Aston Martin going just a little bit. You got to run some clock, get the football on the ground, but protect it. Affinity's another option. You keep people spread out and you want to protect the football, just go ahead and continue to run it with him.
Grand Valley State has the lead. Colin Finnerty right now has been the MVP of this football game. Grand Valley State, because of the way he has been able to run the football, sends an extra receiver over here to the near side on this 1st and 10. Goes up to that line of scrimmage, probably on another checkoff. And the senior on the handoff, carried to the near side, and a big loss back to the 12-yard line. Terminating that back there and put the hit on. This Northwest Missouri State defense has been mighty impressive in this football game, and the way they've held them down. Can they do it again and get it back?
I think so, and they're going to have to at this point in the football game. Right now, you don't want to give up a first down or 2 because of the field position, and you don't want to have a long field to go. You hold right here, you're going to get the football with some pretty good field position. If you're Grand Valley State, then now you got to run the ball and try to kill some clock as well as get first downs.
They've got the loss of yardage here. Blake Smolin comes in, a wide receiver, extra receiver. It is a 2nd down and 15 after that loss of yardage. They'll work out of the gun. Finnerty takes a low snap right off his ankles, puts one down the middle. That is going to be caught at midfield. Big time catch by Terry Mitchell.
They're going to
a fumble, and it's Northwest Missouri with a football. How about that? A great catch. Tyler Martin Patton, though, found the loose football after a 43-yard pass play.
Well, Terry Mitchell makes one heck of a grab here. You're going to see the switch route. They exchange positions, and he finds an open seam up the middle. Right there, it's a catch. He's coming down. The football doesn't put it away. I agree with the official. I think it's a fumble.
I think they're going to have to look at this.
Look at it. It's coming out right there. It is a fumble. Excellent call on the part of the official. We have the luxury of seeing it in a replay. It's going 100 miles an hour when the official makes the call. It's being juggled. It comes out. It is a fumble. You see the ball loose right there. It is out. He comes down, the body hits, the ball comes behind it.
Ball was down.
Fumble.
Before it was out.
Now remember, they do not use replay in Division II. They are using it here in the playoffs. Every play, just like in Division I, is reviewed. On this case, this is going to stop the game. The referee wants to come over, and they will look and see if the call stands.
Another thing that tells me it's a fumble, watch the body language of Terry Mitchell. When he came off the field, he didn't argue. He didn't put up a gripe with the official. He knew right away that this was a fumble. Trying to put two hands on it, but he's juggling it at that point. The ball comes out. I think it's a fumble, Gary.
In order to overturn the call on the field, you must have indisputable, irrefutable video evidence.
Right there is
that the call was wrong.
Yeah.
Now, unless you have that, the call on the field stands. The call on the field is it was a fumble. So L. Ford out of the SEC, the replay official, is now looking at all of the angles that you're looking at, and he will decide whether or not the ruling stands. And it obviously is a very big call.
Quick call. So usually when it's quick, it stands.
Video evidence confirms the call on the play.
So it is a catch,
Northwest Missouri State.
a fumble, and Northwest Missouri State gets a very big turnover here with only 6:42 to go in the game. They will get the football back, 1st and 10, and have great field position at the 45, their own 45-yard line. Well, last year these two teams went down to the very last play.
Look at Coach is going berserk. He's trying to get this Grand Valley State crowd riled up, get his defense motivated a little bit. He knows after a big play like that, the momentum can swing. He's trying to keep it by getting the crowd involved.
Josh Matthews with the two receivers to the right side. Matthews will roll that way, comes back near side flats. Midfield to the 45-yard line, and a big-time high hit on Raphael Robinson. I mean, he got the shoulders knocked back. He gets right back up again. McFadden hit him.
Well, watch the block by Reed Kirby right there. That's what springs him. And now watch the blitz. Woo. Man, that'll take the breath.
Mama.
That's why I'm up here with you.
I don't know how he got up. Mike McFadden just leveled him. It is enough for a first down. First down at 10. Northwest Missouri State trailing in this game by 3. They have the football at the 45. And not going anywhere there. Maybe a yard on the carry by Oman. Good work defensively in the middle. Matt Beatty on the hit. Let's check in with Reese Davis.
All right, Gary, just as soon as you guys are done, we'll take a look at Jeremy Crouch, the best three-point shooter in the country so far. Bradley and Iowa State, the Cyclone Capital Classic. It's coming up next.
This is going to bring up a second down and 10. 3 receivers to the right side. Again, the checkoff being called by Josh Matthews, the junior quarterback. Looks to the flats, incomplete. They were just going to try and get it to Faulkner. That hasn't worked all day.
It's been kind of out of sync all day long and forced some passes that into coverage that cost him a couple of interceptions in this ball game. But there, you got a wide open guy just. It's like an extended handoff. You don't want to throw it flaming at him. Just give him something that he can wrap his hands on and catch and get into space running with the football.
Josh Matthews, 19 for 29 and 173 yards in the air. 3 interceptions, though, and a big third down play. They are 4 for 10 in third down conversion. With the ball at the 46, 44-yard line, he gets spun around. Matthews gets it off. It is incomplete, almost intercepted. Got knocked down. There was double coverage, and Matt Beatty knocked it away from Mike Peterson.
All right, couple of pretty good linebackers, the trio here, and Anthony Adams, who's seen him make plays. Kirk Carruth has made some plays as well, and now the third in Matt Beatty. Watch him drop into zone coverage. You'll see him work right there, close from inside out, and then there, make a play on the football and disengage Mike Peterson, the big tight end, from the ball. Beatty, 11 tackles and a pass breakup on this in this football game.
Kyle Johnson comes in to do the kicking. He's got to chase the football down and somehow gets it off. And it will take a hop for him inside the 5 to the 1-yard line. They've done it again. Both of these teams have made some magnificent plays on their punt coverage. Now Northwest Missouri State's defense has got to get the football back here in the fourth quarter.
This way with Cullen Finnerty right here running the football and working himself outside the pocket. And this is a way to protect it where you're not turning it over, you're not taking a gamble and turning the ball over inside your own end of the field. And here making plays with his legs. I also as well, Gary, believe that you can control it, still continue to throw the football, just a controlled passing game. He's a senior quarterback, been in a lot of games. He knows how to protect the football in the passing game.
Now you got to get it out of the end zone. As the Northwest Missouri State D will go after Finnerty in that end zone. He's going to get the pass to the flats. Dangerous. Man. Incomplete. Terry Mitchell up in the air trying to hang on. Todd?
Well, just moments ago, Coach Chuck Martin walked by and looked at me, just unbelievable. He has not been happy with the officiating. He thought that was a touchback. I know we have the replay of it, and it was awfully close, but from his angle, he thought it should have been coming out to the 20, and he let the referees know about it.
Well, he was wrong. It's back at the 2-yard line here, and it'll bring up a second down.
And when you talk about a controlled passing game from one hash mark all the way across to the other side of the field, that's not control. It's working the short, high percentage throws.
199 yards in the air. He's 12 for 29. Finnerty out to the flats. What an enormous play. First down at the 14-yard line, Terry Mitchell.
Came right back to the same play, and he's working against Brandon Clayton out wide. And you see the cushion again, and he's going to backpedal, which gives a little bit more cushion. And right here, push him off, sit down. Nice throw on the outside, and he's going to catch that and turn around for a first down every time. It's been, what, 55 minutes now, and they still haven't shortened the cushion on him. They're continuing to do it.
Mitchell dropped that football for the fumble that gave Northwest Missouri State their last offensive chance. He held on to that one. A first down and 10, ball at the 14-yard line. It'll be carried by Finnerty to the sideline, and he's going to lose yardage back to the 15. Let's check in with Reese Davis. Reese.
All right, Gary, you have an exciting 4 minutes or so left there, and as soon as you're done, Mike Taylor and the Cyclones. He hands it out to the teammates, trying to get the stroke going. Bradley and Iowa State coming up next.
They want to keep possession here. Grand Valley State does. Not turn this ball back over, especially even with a good punt. It would be pretty good field position for Northwest Missouri State. So they have a second down with a loss. They're back to a 10. Martin is in the backfield. They look to the sideline. Martin's had only 12 carries so far in this game for their senior running back. Clock ticks off. They fake to Martin again. Carried straight ahead. And Cullen Finnerty may have 3 yards on that. Todd?
Well, after every play, number 80, Eric Fowler, who's their big-time receiver, walks out with the coach onto the field asking him, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go, and they have yet to put him in. He's still nursing that hamstring. He's trying to keep it warm, loose as possible, but so far he is not going in, and I'm surprised they haven't put him in, Andre, even as a decoy.
Yeah, Terry Mitchell has really stepped in for him and provided a spark, because Eric Fowler, you just don't realize how big a part of this offense he is. A guy that's averaging over 21 yards a catch, but Terry Mitchell really stepping in.
Division II championship is on the line as Grand Valley State defending their championship won last year. Number 80. Fowler is back in. Third down and 5, 3 for 10 in third down conversions today. Grand Valley State.
And they show bump coverage finally up top. and they bring Brandon Clayton up to play the bump. Now you see Finnerty check. He may be checking to his best guy right now.
Laycock running down, but he gets it off, and he lobs one down the sideline. It is incomplete. A late recovery at the 35, and Brandon Clayton. What a football game he has played in disrupting the passing offense.
Well, I tell you what, finally they close the cushion, going to come up and challenge Eric Fowler. They knew that he was suffering from a hamstring injury, and right here, nice play on the football. Brandon Clayton getting the head around at the split second and making a play, getting the hands.
Now do you try and block this punt?
No, you're going to get it with pretty good field position and a lot of time. I think you just go ahead and set up the return.
It will be Kendall Wright waiting to return it. He gets off a good quick kick, taken at the 48-yard line and down right there. Good coverage that time, but still it'll be taken over in Grand Valley State territory. Brandon Ryan, a reserve quarterback, a junior cornerback, got up, put this hit on.
Well, a nice job of fielding the punt right there, and you don't know how tough of a job that is. The field punch, you got bodies flying all around you, and then you know half the time you're going to take a big lick like Brandon Ryan delivered there.
29-yard punt. This is the third time in a row that Northwest Missouri State has had the football in Grand Valley State territory. Now they've got the clock to fight as well. First down at 10. Matthews to the flats. Oh my gosh. You talk about a dangerous pass. Kurt Carruth came in and cut that off. If that gets intercepted, it's see you in the end zone.
Yeah, it's been run enough to now he recognizes the formation. He sees Mike Peterson pull out to kick out on the corner to that side, and now it's his responsibility to disrupt the pass out to Kendall Wright, and he does a great job of timing things up just right and getting himself involved in the play.
If you're Northwest Missouri State, you want a touchdown in the lead, but at this point, if you have to take a field goal and get it tied up, you'll do that, but you've got to get within range. Matthews goes under center with two backs. They run the fullback draw. No, he's still got it. Moves up, dumps it off, wide open at the 30, and fumbles the football, and it's recovered by Grand Valley State. That is Phil Breakin again.
Yeah, Bill Breakin has been all over the place. He's got 2 interceptions, down in the ball inside the 5-yard line on a punt, just everywhere making plays, and now a fumble recovery to go along with it.
The 4th Northwest Missouri State turnover. They have been so costly in this football game, and Grand Valley's been able to come up with them, none bigger than that.
Still got a lot of time left. Over 3 minutes in the football game, and you've got 2 timeouts. Boy, excellent job of stripping it out of there and then playing team defense, rallying and jumping on the football.
He is somewhat excited in his mode of green. It was Matt Beattie who got over there and helped strip that football away. And now possession with 3:05 left to go, and the clock continuing to run. Kellen Finnerty may do the same, continue to run. First down at 10, ball at the 21-yard line. That's just what he does. Finnerty turns. He doesn't want to go out of bounds. Wants to keep that clock going. He had that ball almost come loose. It is stopped, and a timeout will be taken. So the Northwest Missouri State's got to use a timeout here with 2:46 left to go. They've got 1 timeout remaining. Now you see the officials telling him the 1 timeout remaining, and he acknowledges that. Can it be 2 in a row for Grand Valley State? A chance to control this championship football game for the 2nd year in a row. Some disappointed Northwest Missouri State players over there because they know they had a drive going.
Boy, I tell you, he made a heck of a grab and turned it up the field. Was going to get some yards after the catch, and now it was just a matter of securing the football and getting yourself down once you get in a crowded area. And Matt Beattie slips up behind him, able to kind of punch the football out. And man, it's one of those opportunities that they come so few and far between, especially late in a football game like this.
No team has won more consecutive football games at the moment than this Grand Valley State team. They've got a chance to go 28 in a row in the W side. Their senior class is 51-4. They have won 2 championships. they've got a chance for a third here today. Finnerty has been their offensive star. We thought it would be in the passing department, but instead he's rushed for 103 yards, 20 carries.
Well, he's showing you he's versatile. Last week, told you he could do it with his arms with 365 yards in the air. This week, he's doing it with his legs on the ground.
Finnerty comes to the near side, dishes one off. It is caught at the 29-yard line. A couple yards shy of the first down, but he connected with John Matthews, sophomore tight end.
Yeah, the big tight end, and that's the control passing game that allows you to still move the chains and get first downs, high percentage passes, but you're completing them and still moving. A lot of people, well, you got to run the football. No, you don't. You can control the football or control this football game through the air with short, precise passes.
Cullen Finnerty, you got to believe somebody's going to take a look at this Brighton, Michigan senior, 6'2", 210-pounder. He has put up such magnificent career numbers with over 10,700 yards in the passing department, running that clock down as far as he can. 3rd down and 2. Need the first down. Made sure they got it. The reception will be a couple of yards extra for what they needed, with Eric Fowler getting it.
You know, for everybody out there saying, oh, you know, there's no way you throw it. I wouldn't be throwing it in this situation. Well, baloney, because you got all those bodies inside. Why in the world would you try to just run plays for nothing? You start a football game or you finish it the way you started. If you're executing, throwing the football, then that's how you finish it. That's their offense. That's what they run. That's what they put their stamp on all season long. He knows how to control the football. If you have trust in the guy pulling the trigger for you, you can manage a game just the way Chuck Martin is doing it right now.
And that's going to be it. Timeouts for Northwest Missouri State have been used up with a minute and 50 left to go here. 17-14, Grand Valley State on top, and a chance to take their second championship in as many years. Last year's Division II championship had a great finish. 5 minutes remaining. Brandon Langston, 35-yard touchdown pass reception. The Lakers went ahead by 4. Last chance for Missouri State. 1 second left. Josh Lamberson, a pass completed. Raphael Robinson tackled just shy inside the 5-yard line. Grand Valley State winning their 3rd title in 4 years against the same Northwest Missouri State team, 21-17 last year. And right now, the lead of 17-14. They are talking about dynasty at Grand Valley State, and legitimately so. When you have a team that has done what they have done with their seniors, looking for their 52nd win against only 4 losses. A young coach who's got a chance to go 38-3 in his 3rd year, first head coaching job, Chuck Martin.
Now, how about the job Fowler's done? Eric Fowler going out with a hamstring injury. He's got 7 receptions on the year, but none more important than in this drive when he's come up with a couple of clutch catches. He's got 1 TD for the afternoon, but I'll tell you what, 6 of his others have gone for first downs. Amazing. Getting himself back involved in this football game.
And one of those catches for a first down coming right here on this drive after he got back into the game. Kennedy's going to carry it himself, 40-yard line. This kid is having one heck of a last game. He moves it up very close to another first down.
Yeah, and now it's about getting first downs and moving the chains if you're Grand Valley State, because you're out of timeouts. You know the opponent, Northwest Missouri State's out of timeouts. They can't stop it. You get first downs, and the game, you can Katie bar the door, because it'll be over with. The clock will run out before they have any opportunity to get the football back.
They will stop the clock for the measurement. Keep in mind, under the new rules this season, once they get the measuring sticks back on the sideline, that clock will start up again. Finnerty has now rushed for 112 yards. He has passed for 220. I would call that a pretty
good day.
Pretty good day. He's been magnificent out there. When this ball club had a tough time getting the offense going in that first half, it was his legs. And I'll be interested to see after the game if Aston Martin, their leading runner, number 2, is not hurt.
Yeah, a little banged up maybe, because it just kind of took him a while to get going. He's had some good spurts, 12 carries on the afternoon, only 40 yards. But the running game has been provided by Cullen Finnerty here this afternoon. Kind of surprised that those are the numbers for Aston Martin.
I would think that you would give him the football more if he was 100%.
Yeah.
They get the chain back over there. Obviously, Grand Valley and White here with the football. They do not want to play until that clock, the play clock, is clicked down as far as they can get it. And that's what they're doing right here. He's watching it up at the other end of the field. Cullen Finnerty is looking for another championship to conclude his career at Grand Valley State. Now Finnerty says, all right, let's get going. He moved Martin around, and Finnerty keeps the football after faking and gets it up to the 47-yard line. That is a first down. That will stop the clock while they move the chains.
Well, he realizes how important the first downs are. If you watch his body language and the determination in which he ran the football on that down and distance, he wasn't going to be denied. I'm going to get the first down knowing that maybe one or two more plays and we can take the knee and go into that all-favorite position formation that we all like, the old victory formation.
You talk about being involved in the offense, total offense. Finnerty has either run or passed on all but 14 of 69 plays that have been run by Grand Valley State in this game.
Well, that's getting the football in your best player's hands, and now not only getting it in his hands, but him making plays for you.
Now they just want to down it. He takes the knee. Martin gives a little shiver block there. Clock will continue to run. 40 seconds left to go. Grand Valley State is about to beat Northwest Missouri State for the second time in 2 years. 21-17 last year and 17-14 this year. And getting ready to come on the field, all the fans who made the trip from Grand Valley State. They are located in Grand Rapids, Michigan, against this Northwest Missouri State team from Maryville, Missouri. One more time, one more snap. It is a second down. The knee goes down, and this football game is going to be over. And Finnerty holds the football on high. The fans on the field, your Division II champions, Grand Valley State, 17-14. Let's get downstairs. Todd Harris. Todd.
Well, a very happy coach, Chuck Martin. Coach, what does this win mean to you guys as the defending champions?
It's unbelievable, especially beat that team. It was the same way last year. Neither team deserved to lose. Both teams played hard on us. A lot more sloppy this year, but both teams played hard, and we found a way to win again.
What are your thoughts on a three-peat?
I'm going to try to enjoy this one at least for an hour, but we'll try as hard as we can to win as many football games as we can next year, no question.
Tell us about your quarterback, Cullen Finnerty. He came in here and thought of as a passer only. Today it was his legs that really got the job done for you. What was the difference in his game?
I guess he answered that halftime question. Could we win this game with only running 60? He's a warrior. Everybody that watched him couldn't be more proud of him or the rest of our football team and our coaches, and it's just awesome.
Congratulations. We're going to walk you over here. It's time to pick up some hardware. Thanks, Coach.
Nice, thanks.
Boy, what a start for third-year coach Chuck Martin, 38-3. He said the season was turned around on September 25 when he gave a State of the Union address to the team because he didn't think they were playing very well 4 games in. Well, he got it turned around, and they played really well.
I tell you what, he got plays from Cullen Finnerty when they had to have them, whether it was passes on third downs or runs, big runs in this football game, and basically turned the football game over to the senior quarterback, and he didn't disappoint.
So Grand Valley State wins it. Coming up next, Holiday Hoops presented by Kay Jewelers.